Go BLG, they're moving forward. 369 has found Elko, and maybe they get the damage there as now. Oh, Emperor's Divide not gonna hit anybody there. Elder is getting low. 369 on the other side, but he can't keep it going. And Ben has made the difference. Tien, is he gonna do it? No, he gets shut down by Elk with a couple double taps. And Jackie Love getting chased down by the wings of the World Ender.
So Riot just didn't have the LPL time, right?
Come up clutch, and now look,
like, so I'm literally just missing LPL finals because Riot is literally incompetent and they just don't have the right time.
They fall in game one. This was a boxing match for a game one. It was not one-sided whatsoever, and this is a 5-game series I can get behind.
We walk away after game one in the Grand Finals. These teams have played 6 games against each other. You want to know how many times Blue Side has won? You gotta hazard
Wait, literally, like, why did LPL start early? I don't get it.
I mean,
It makes no sense to me.
They tried to come up with something different. They banned away the Callisto on the red side. They wanted to go towards the center, try something different, because that was their downfall in the first series between these two. They can't quite make it happen. Still, great series of skirmishes. I really like what they did, particularly around those early grubs. They just couldn't quite manage to control the map as soon as all those outer turrets went down.
Yeah, and I love that the story continues to be bot lane. Whoever got the kills early, I'm just saying, it took a long time to get there. Elk got first blood. But bot lane has been so important. I think there was a bit of an adaptation from top esports in this game number 1.
I don't get how this works.
See if they try to continue that, I guess, in game number 2. But BLG, they're fighting strong, and their form is good. We'll see you in game number 2. We'll see you at the lounge.
They didn't start early. The schedule was just wrong. They started 1 hour earlier than the rest of the games in all of playoffs. So yes, they did literally start earlier than they did in the rest of playoffs. 1 hour earlier. So every time was wrong. Literally every single time was wrong. I checked on LOL Esports because this has happened before. This happened once before, like a year and a half ago. I checked on LOL Esports. I checked on the schedule on LOL Fandom, and I checked every betting site. So literally there was not one correct time. So somehow every single time was wrong. I don't know how they can have the wrong time on every site. Yeah, how can like literally every, like, I don't know, man. It's just so fucked for me because like I'm just never gonna be up. I'm never gonna be like waking up 2 hours early for something that I have like a set time at when it's fucking 4 a.m. bro. Like if you already have to wake up at 5 a.m. you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me just wake up at like 3 a.m. just in case like something's like 2 hours early. Like, I don't know, man. So fucked. I'm just gonna ban anyone who's like, where were you? I'm just gonna ban all those fucking people, bro. But yes, obviously, like I didn't know that the time was different. Like literally people like Cadril messaged me and he's like, bro, like wake up, LE Sports site lied. I don't know if you got baited too. So the site was wrong. Then Yamato said they started 1 hour early. Like, I don't know, everyone just had the wrong time. I don't know how that's possible, bro. I actually don't know how it's possible that everyone had the wrong time. Like maybe I'm missing something, but it's like I didn't have this happen for any other final. Watch game 1. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like the whole fucking vibe, like I don't know, the whole fucking vibe, everything's already fucked. Dude, it's just like I don't understand how Riot can have the wrong time for like the finals. And the LO fandom site and betting sites are normally like super accurate, so Nice. I don't know, man. Whatever, bro. It's completely fucked. Missed most of game 1 as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know. So lame, man. I just wish that like they could like just give you correct times at least, man. It'd make it so much better. This is fucking funny. Cadrils seem to be aware, bro. Like it's so insufferable, man. League fans are so insufferable. They're like, Cadril was aware. Like he literally said on stream he wasn't aware. He was just awake and saw it. Cadril literally sent me this message. He said, "Yo, wake up! LPL starting now. LO esports site lied. I don't know if you got baited too." That's what. Yeah, he was super aware. Like no, bro. He's just literally in Europe. Like he's in Europe where this is a normal time. Emerson checked all esports before bed like 10 hours ago and time was correct. Time was not correct. I mean, it would be one thing if the time was not correct, but like this was the time that everything else was at, you know? So it was like, okay, they have the wrong time, but like it's probably going to be on the same time as everything else. Same way, like LCK was at the same time. LCS, LEC, they're all just like the finals just started at the same time that the league normally starts. But this had the finals at the same time that it normally starts, and it was just wrong. So it's like it's actually just zero counterplay.
Once again by Jamada and Trouble. And honestly, when we're looking at that game, particularly at the very start, it genuinely looked like top esports
maybe
had
mood will
found
shift
a
when we
way
get into next game.
around that red side draft question that we had. But somehow they still managed to lose the lead.
Yeah, they're picking up objectives. Everything felt like it was going to plan, right? The only thing that kind of went mildly askew was the bottom lane dive that BLG were able to pull off, but it didn't really stunt the bottom lane scaling. And across the map, a lot of plays are being made. TN was really the driving factor in a lot of those plays as well. And we was kind of picking up questions of whether or not we were going to see TN on carry and or facilitators rather than carries. We got a carry jungler out of him in this Viego, and it didn't look bad.
It's
but
okay,
we got it out the way. Now he can go back to Maokai.
Now he can go back to Maokai. Yeah, and you know, it did look great. But again, it feels like BLG are kind of taking up the mantle of JDG from last year, where it doesn't matter if
wait, that's crazy.
4,000 gold behind.
LPL tweeted out the correct start time.
I feel like they did break the code,
and it was just wrong everywhere. I didn't even see this. 5 days ago, they actually tweeted out the start time.
It has been banned in previous series. 76k damage in this particular game.
Just another day
Absolutely
in the
absurd.
office.
You know what? If the champion was not there, I would say that this is probably Zeri from like a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
100%. However, I feel like the whole Kalista ban did open up a lot of other options from the side of BLG. But that level 3 dive from Shun, every single game, you know, if he has a push in bot lane, Shun is gonna be tower diving you level 3. And unfortunately, there was no reply to that. We said in the previous series, the AD carry bot lane that gets ahead in the early has won every game between these two teams so far, and it still keeps going.
Yeah, we were talking about how this can definitely be a matchup where both teams will default to playing through the bottom lane. When you end up playing against top teams, that's kind of what ends up happening. TN pathed away from the bottom side, and whilst I think sometimes in isolation that can be fine, the fact that Jackie Love and Mako ended up in a position where they could be dove for you know, receiving that crashed wave is the big issue. And the fact that it kind of set up Elk, even though it didn't necessarily matter for the first maybe 15 minutes, he was always a point of pressure that top esports were time and time again not able to deal with.
Yeah, and looking at particularly top esports and what they're not able to deal with, I felt like when we're looking at BLG particularly,
all right, let's rewatch a bit of game 1.
Whenever top
Let's do a little game 1 rewatch. Maybe we just like go straight from game 1. Hold on. Maybe we just go straight from game 1 to game 2. We don't cover too much of draft. What is going on? Wait, was the intro hype? Fuck, bro. I wanted to watch the whole thing, man. Compare this, bro. Compare this to fucking LEC.
Lpl 春季赛总决赛的参赛队伍登场，有请 Blg 电子竞技俱乐部。
Yeah, LPL LCK are just on a way different level. Like, it's just crazy.
电子竞技俱乐部。 Blg 上单 B， 滔博上单369。
369 is such a fucking beast, bro. This guy is such a beast. Bro, their trash talk was actually good too. 369 and Bid were trash talking each other before this. Oh.
Blg 中单 Riot， 滔博中单 Prime。
Holy shit. Sounded like his old name, bro. It sounded like Prime.
Blg 下路 L， 滔博下路 Jackie。 Blg 辅助 on， 滔博辅助 Mako。
Nah, bro, it's different, man.
总决赛的现场，
Dude, the LPL LCK just understand this. You literally just put the focus on the players. You make the story about them. You have the sick intro, whatever. And this is what drives the hype. I don't know why LEC and LCS are obsessed with live performances, like musical performances. This is literally what drives the hype. This is what makes you want to watch the match.
And what a day it is. Our second finals in a row.
Wait, is the
but a
audio
banger nonetheless. BLG
audio
was
off the whole time?
Seen ships passing in the night between Tian and Shun. In the last
What
series,
ended
it
up
was
happening
very
in
much
this game?
let's go where each
At least an assist. Mako really been big in the LPL. They're split. Other picks which have been really big.
I mean, they
though.
went
See that we're seeing on the screen
Senatong
right now, that
into
Lucianami gets the early
Lucianami.
shove in, and that'll help Shun get himself
It
onto
normally is
either
free
side
farm
of
for the
river
Lucian.
that he wants.
the ways for setting up for the rest.
Things about Lucianami is that they hate playing against the Maokai, so it was a takeaway, but it also helps when, you know, you're pulling all the ultimate triggers. When we get later into the game, that can be really, really important, but we'll have to wait for that point. Have to see how much gold they have in pockets before we even reach that. We can see right now, BLG, it's pretty common for them to have a lot of pushing early lanes. Last year, there was an interview from a couple of different players saying that playing as BLG, even in the early game, very, very difficult because every single lane plays very aggressively. Right now, Knight pushing in mid, there's 2v2 pushing in bot lane as well. Now we'll have
I mean, at least when Elk is playing Lucian, you don't have to worry about them diving you bot level 2. But you can't have to worry about them diving you bot level 4, I guess. That doesn't even look that diveable. I mean, I guess they can flash on
Right, here
Jackie.
we go. First blood on the table here. BLG trying to execute. They do have the juggle going. Oh, Jackie Love gets out, but no. First blood goes over to Elk, and it is traded right back.
BLG loves doing this, man. Like, this is stuff that BLG does that other teams seem kind of like afraid to do.
With at least an assist.
Like, diving here, trading 1-for-1, generally it's good.
The ability to stay
It's not as good
over to Lucian. One of the big things we talked about is that, hey, Lucian
when you play against things like Tom Kench,
how much gold he has. This is
because Tom Kench, I guess, is the farmer anyway.
Showcasing
but they do this versus most AD carries. I mean, it still does stop Seta from getting souls.
Gets himself on the board.
He does. In the past,
yeah, and Jackie Love Lucian gets the first blood, right?
3v3 bot side. This has been their bread and butter entirety of this split. Shun gets himself on the board.
Success in this series in the past, the early kills bot lane literally led to victories in their last best of 5. We'll see if that does remain the same here. A bit of a different style from Top Esports this time around, but we got to look at the objectives now. We have both the
top.
I mean, when you've got the grubs after as well, because they have that grasp, they won't be going towards the
Tabbies and then he TP's back.
Yen is the one that's
Aatrox doesn't have Tabbies yet. He needs one more wave.
So far, we've each other is, and let's fight. This time around, they're really taking a different approach, at least in game number 1.
No item on Bin yet.
I think the late game win condition for BLG is setting
That's smart from Bin. Knows the wave won't die in time.
Can help you
takes the trade on to 369 because that trade should stick. Then he TP's back with Tabbies himself.
Patches
as
well. We're seeing that Tian heading towards the top side, wave pushing out for Bin, so he's just going to drop himself a ward in that river. So C369 maybe taking a hard trade.
Tian was up this on the home front. Tian was after the
they were kind of coordinating before the trash talk came in before that finals to say, you know, let's just go all out. Both these players, they know each other very well. They've fought each other an awful amount of times. So many of these players have, and see that right now, Tian not really looking into the enemy jungle in real earnest, just looking to get some vision and just see where the enemy is. Battle warding, as we like to call it.
Yeah, it started 1 hour earlier for no reason.
From Knight, gonna be a little bit difficult to.
Literally for no reason, as far as I can tell.
We are just getting to a point where you had a little bit of an advantage bot side, but for BLG, I want to talk undefeated set.
Do with something like slow. It's like instant win front to back. You have to be very careful, particularly once Elk starts getting towards 2-3 items.
Ooh, Jackie Love taking an extra shot from the turret there, about half health on the other end, but we have BLG hovering down this way.
Oh, they should have sent it here, no?
But we have BLG
like you can
down this way.
At least burn Mako's ult and flash.
Get some wave clear here. Now you also have Tian coming down the long
no Drake up.
Here.
I think it's like a decent time to go.
In this mid lane, Knight, however, does.
But it didn't work
for them.
I'm so curious about this is very reminiscent to game number 5 in their lacking.
369 smurfing top lane.
369's like, oh, that's not the corner I want to walk into. Okay, BLG moving in. 369
he's dead.
His way out. Dominus his pop.
The flash from Shun. Nothing you can do.
He has a way of getting out of that,
oh, maybe. Oh, he actually got to the wall because Mako could eat him over. I thought he was just kind of like griefing what he double eat to the wall, but it makes sense.
Like, oh, that's that's not the corner I want to walk into. Okay, BLG moving in. 369 going to slice and dice his way out. Dominus his pop. Tidal wave coming through. I don't think he has a way of getting out of that one. He's healing so much. He gets out with the Devour.
Wow.
There's the invade by Tien too. He gets the kill to Shun. They are in the pit. The Grubbies aren't even the focus anymore. He gets one back, and now Tien has hit those resets. He's looking for more. He flashes out of that Q sweet spot.
Wait, that's actually huge.
That seismic shove is not enough.
Yeah, I did not see the angle.
They try to fight, but they can't keep the fight going.
Oh, top esports, wonderful.
Damn.
Through shout out. Very important thing.
I thought he was just like, I thought he was just panicking. I didn't think that Tahm Kench would be close enough. And he actually, like, dude, he was so controlled here. Like, he has this Q up. He has this empowered Q up, but he knows he's not taking damage yet from Elk. And he holds his empowered Q for the heal to right then.
Such an addition to this roster. Massive first player of the game for him in this all-important Grand Finals.
Well played from Cream as well.
Jackie Love and Mako, tried and true.
Ulting them in. I mean, this is really well played.
Okay.
Nice.
They're a little scared to move forward. Okay, there's the.
What is this play? Bro, this game looks like such a fucking banger, actually. Don't tell me I missed such a fucking banger, bro. Oh, no.
Jackie Love, okay.
Tragedy, man. Complete tragedy. At least my my mic and everything is working.
Small victory, I suppose. However,
I had to set everything back up in Austin, and normally, like, when you reset things up on stream, like, some shit is bound to break, but at least everything is working, it looks like.
Nothing else can go. They don't get to walk mid though, and they'll lose a plate because of it.
Of course, you've got the 3 grubs now on top esports. They have some extra tower
The
damage.
crazy banger, fuck.
At the same time, Fog of War again. Tien just being a blocker towards this mid lane. Has he gone too far? He does have himself.
Oh, the flash from On. Oh my goodness, Tien just mind gaming him.
Draft?
Yeah,
all right, let's do draft and we'll come back, I guess. I guess we'll just come back to it, man. Whatever.
Right? So
We'll just do things out of order.
Patterns, I feel like, 'cause the execution was there when they actually
Should
got into
I?
these team fights. They were playing them well.
I'll watch on Twitch because Twitch is ahead. What the fuck happened? I thought it started at 5. Everyone thought it started at 5, bro. They just fucked up the time on LoL Esports and it baited everyone. It's really sad.
As well, you're kind of looking more or less the only lane bullies
like a Tarantino movie. Yep.
So they're happy potentially to go towards this Nautilus, and boom, the problem is already solved from game number 1 of being able to find immediate lockdown. And even if they have to suffer in the laning phase through a rougher lane matchup, specifically the mid game can look a little bit cleaner with that engage.
And I feel like right here you have so many options, because if they want to resort into playing Zeri, as you mentioned, you've got the Nautilus to chase her around. If they want to resort into playing a Senna / Tahm Kench, but there's no Tahm Kench or Nautilus / any melee lane, you can just slam in something like the Draven and just play more aggressive, try to dive them and set the Senna behind from the get-go. However, BLG right here, they're hinting that they're just scaling.
Okay, so Nautilus first pick for top esports. I mean, Mako's Nautilus has been insane, and it opens up things like Draven. So BLG denies the Senna. I wonder what they're going to play, because, like, Tahm Kench is down, and the other Senna lanes have not looked great at LPL. Like, LPL has just pretty much been Senna Nautilus, Senna Tahm Kench. They've tried other things like Senna Ord, it's looked horrible, so...
Maybe leaning on something like Jax on 3, because it's banned away. I feel like they should have a pretty good time skirmishing, and they're not going to.
Couldn't they just send the fucking Draven? Couldn't they just send the Jackie Love Draven here?
Probably go handshake for handshake on the scaling with the Jinx. Again, all of these lane bullies banned out.
Okay, they're going Jinx.
Going towards something like Draven when it can.
They're going more scaling.
Is there a point where you overhook?
So actually, what do you go here as BLG? What are their picks going to be? Like, they don't normally play without okay, so it's Ornn. They normally don't play without Tahm Kench or Nautilus. They'll just play into Senna a lot of the time.
Don't immediately overstack the ult, right?
Yeah.
If we need it to actually take down the same target.
I mean, the Viol looks pretty good here.
It's just about the comms that actually come into
like Viol, when the enemy team doesn't have Tahm Kench, and they're playing things like Senna Azir, could be good. I think Knight will probably end up going the tank Azir build this game, just so we can engage.
Turn nameplates off and try to persuade me that the draft on the right is not a top esports draft. Because right here, BLG has turned a lot of our expectations upside down. Shun,
hey, a Caliban, they're respecting Cream. They're going to go Ahri as well, I guess.
I would love to see the
Surely they go Ahri as well.
Things like the Twisted Fade.
Crazy that Knight is just picking up Azir. This is one of the things that people thought he just couldn't play. That was one of the main things that people held against him, was they're like, oh, Knight just can't play Azir.
Knocked out with the Azir in.
Maybe they leave Ahri up because the lane matchup is fine. It's just like Ahri Vi is obviously a really good combo, but the lane matchup is much more okay than I guess Azir Akali. Like Akali can just free farm it.
Also
It
potentially
seems.
dealing with 3-man bot lane dives. Ornn is one of the better tanks in the game at, you know, defensively, not just playing them out for himself, but also peeling, right, between the brittle autos and the actual knock-up itself. He does a great job. So let's see if BLG will opt into this. They're going to have the freedom to obviously go Shun's jungler on 4. So I'm actually quite surprised.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Way more junglers with that in mind.
Dude, I wouldn't overthink it, bro. I would send the Ahri if I'm Cream.
And that's going to strip away an aggressive option. And we
One of
are
his best
still,
champs.
You know, proactivity, I suppose.
He's playing with
Cream
a
in the
Vi.
lane that's been stripped away from BLG.
Enemy team doesn't have easy ways to play into it.
That he really like, especially if you have like such a front to back, giving more of a free scaling jungler. But you need
The Wukong here would be kind of crazy, I think. I don't really like Wukong pick here.
Top lane farming, and you need
They're just going Wukong pick because it's good into Jinx and it's like playable into Vi. I just don't think that it'll end up being good in the game.
If I remember right.
But I mean, I guess it makes sense where they picked it.
Oh, no.
In the major regions, years and years ago, the Senna Wukong.
Like people just really like playing Wukong into Vi. They just think it's like a counter pick essentially.
Defensive pill. I imagine this will probably be Shun's, so I'll talk about it like that for now. But it does kind of keep top esports
Is it just Renekton Ahri?
potentially guessing as they move into 4-5. There's the Renekton like we spoke about. I was anticipating that, you know, potentially it would be banned away.
Or are they
by
gonna go
BLG, but
Ori?
for those mid bans and Cream, potentially just gonna land on a control mage. Seemingly go control mage scaling.
I feel like they should just go Ahri here.
Scales fantastic, provides a lot of the utility.
Oh wait, Ahri's banned. Never mind. It's 1, 2, 3 banned by Top Esports.
To make some of it scaling.
Wait, Top Esports has been banning it on blue?
Certainly,
That makes no sense, bro. Well, I mean, I guess it's just because of Night Ahri, but like, do you actually just ban the Ahri yourself? Because before, the way that the series worked is that both of them were considered the best Ahri players, so the team that was on red was banning it.
You know what's great about this?
Rek'Sai top versus Renekton.
Compare with Senna and go
Ooh.
top or jungle with the exception of all.
I mean,
So
Talia and Ahri both banned, Akali both banned. I wonder if there's anything else
continue to come
Cream could
And
go.
Historically, in the previous series, been also played Rek'Sai 3 times.
Because I feel like you want to play something with some degree of mobility here. I
I
mean, you know what's fucked up? I'll tell you what's fucked up. This is actually a Corki game. This is unironically a Corki game, but it just no one plays Corki in LPL because it has horrible win rate. Like no one can win with it. But this is actually a Corki game. Corki was the pick. It was either Corki or I think you can Aurelion Soul there. I think you can Aurelion Soul there in that spot as well.
We're actually here. Welcome back, everyone. We are here for game number 2. Love to hear some of the different.
All right, let's see the game.
Stylized points that we were getting in the approach that game 1 offered us from Top Esports and BLG. But now in game number 2, BLG have
Yeah, Corki is just a champion that LPL can't play. It's like it loses every single game. You want to see something? Games of Legends, Games of Legends, LPL.
Flexibility we have between these two teams. They know
Here.
each other inside and out at this point. This is their 7th game played within like a week of each other. They've had a lot of recent history, and now we get to see can Top Esports keep that blue side win rate alive and get themselves a first win in this series.
The last series was very back and forth. We went all 5
This is
games,
Corki in spring playoffs.
games individually. It was literally decided by like 15
0-4
minutes every single time.
and
game 4, game 5. This game 1 is a very different feel to start off this series against these two
Where's
teams
it in
because
spring?
we saw a lot of trading early on. Tian and Shun didn't even see each other, it felt like, for a lot of the majority of the early game.
And this
now
is in
the
spring.
second game, in a game where BLG could take that step forward.
So
for Top
Corki is literally
Esports.
6
This
and
is where
26, bro.
Tian, the 4
It is
goats
6
and
and
the youngins
26 in
need to step
LPL.
up.
Absolutely. Top Esports, they were slapped around a little bit towards the very late game against BLG, but it was a close game. They would like to make sure this one cuts their way instead, though.
For a whopping 18% win rate in the LPL. Holy shit, Corki is 18% win rate. Aurelion Soul does pretty well, though.
It's something that we do play a lot in the LPL. As soon as that was locked in, I was thinking, yeah, you know, actually the center one looks like it's really good. It works like it works pretty well against the Nautilus.
Vin's like, bro, I'm trying to fucking play the game. The fuck out of here.
How did it go up?
Isn't good be good at Corki. I mean, people were good at the other iterations of Corki. Like Corki used to not be a bad LPL pick. In 2022
No,
spring.
Working theory.
Working theory. There you
Yeah.
go. Do you think there's a little bit of animosity from Ben getting solo killed by 369
Ooh.
from that first game? Do you think
Well, the thing is, it's a very, because we wanted to talk about this at some point, right?
Is there a tech
We wanted to
issue or
talk about
what?
how this time last year, Ben lost out to 369, and 369 said, well, this guy only plays for laning phase. I'm going to play tanks and I'm going to team fight better than you. Well, this time, you know, 369 gets the solo kill. He loses the game, and Vin had some really good team fights. So what do you think that adds into it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah?
I'd say so. What I find really interesting about their story, since we have a little bit of time here, is 369 wasn't the tank player when he was first gaining steam. When he was first coming in, he was the Urgot, he was the bruiser topside, he was a carry, but he has developed his style into being able to have that tank, and some of the best tank play we have in topside in the LPL, and I think it is a statement for him to have so much dominance over Bin in his track record, and I think it's something that Bin definitely is chasing after.
Absolutely, both these top laners, top draw as we get ourselves into game 2.
Okay.
Alive and well. We get
BLG versus top, game number 2.
One of the
Five
latest
for it.
games we've seen from these two teams going at it together. Looking for a little engage on early on. There is another point we want to talk about. This is the first time we've seen the Ornn Senna from BLG.
From them, yes. We have seen it elsewhere in the LPL, so it's not a surprising duo in the context of the region, but these two haven't played it themselves. Last game, we were talking about how Jackal and Mako, they were undefeated on...
Sucks to play on stage with makeup caked on your face. No, I mean, it's pretty... You get used to it. Pretty normal, I would say.
Dominance in earlier seasons of League, where you would take other people's picks and see if you could beat them with them after they've used it on them. Norla's getting a level 1 poke, though. Maybe changes things.
A little bit of poke.
Doesn't want to take the level 1 there against Mako.
Can't go too hard. I mean, every time I've seen BLG play, or I mean LPL play Ornn, it's looked really terrible. I think Mako played an Ornn game. They played an Ornn Senna game. It was actually horrible. So who knows, man? Who knows?
Game actually is that Tien didn't path towards bot side in a very important early first clear. And one of the reasons why top esports couldn't really end up getting the
I think Tien can just chill. I mean, for the most part, I favor...
That's why On gave up his HP.
Well, I don't know. It's like I favor top esports draft, I guess.
Yeah, you got a little bit of sustain.
But there is definitely counterplay from BLG, and it looks like Knight is actually going to be going the Tank-Azir. I think Tank-Azir makes sense here.
And this is great. So the thing is, Vi not very good at fighting.
Oh, Vi actually doing tricky pathing.
So it's going to be able to get themselves a very timely red buff.
Ooh, smart from Vi.
That's 3 out of 3 for Mako from what we've seen in the last couple.
Big body, all right.
Skilled Q at level 2 went buff to buff because he knows that Wukong wants the full clear. So he's just playing to fuck up his full clear. This isn't the end of the world for Wukong though. Like normally you don't care too much.
Walk into the enemy jungle and make sure that they can kind of hold the bot lane to account. Means that there's no
The problem is that Tien has pushing lanes. He has pushing lanes bot and top. So Shun can't like completely invade.
Actually see. Okay, now realizes that his jungle is gone. Was spotted out on the ward.
So now the big thing is,
So
Shun has a couple options.
Shun instantly realized that this means that Tien most likely took his Krugs as well.
Which means that if Shun goes into
Because Shun pinged his Krugs instantly when this happened.
There's a chance that Jackal and Mako come back with some extra combat stats.
Oh, they know where the ward is.
Around the ward there. What the hell? Cream is not going to die to it. But
Damn.
Cream
only got out of it with fear. Jesus, he only had to use fear there.
Shame actually, because as we see now, it's going to be harder for him to walk into
Hard lane for Renekton, I think.
Tien's not really answering towards here now, though.
He called Elk. Like, I need homies, bro. I need assistance.
Full HP, they have the summoners if they want to do something. And Mako is just sat there and like, yeah, I'll take the Raptors, sure, why not?
Take some cheeky nuggies.
All right.
It's been really cool though for top esports. It's the first time they've had a true full-on veteran support in years, and it has looked insane between Jackie Love and Mako. But it's not only in lane, it's what Mako provides as a shot caller, as a leader to the rest of the map.
Oh yeah, Mako is legendary. He's on the short
They
list
pretended to leave and then they re-invaded once they got the bot crash onto the red.
This guy is incredibly
The way that they handled this was so expertly done.
They need to get something back for Shun, but this is dangerous.
And Jinx is not here.
Go for the flash over wall, but gonna get that
Shun has no smite right now. That's why they're like being careful. Okay, they got it. Tien's dead.
That's huge, and now Tien
Really good Q. TS over postured for this because they had smite, and there was a point where Tien had smite and Shun didn't. Tien walked forward to smite. Double E by On. I mean, I guess On is just good at every champion in League. I don't know. Like QE from On, really clean. Tien dies for it. Mako loses flash. Huge for BLG. I mean, Wukong with early kills is absolutely insane, especially this game. I think. Like, I think that this game, The reason I didn't like Wukong is I feel like early game can be tough, which it looked like it was actually going to be pretty tough, but he got out of the early game. I mean, the early game, like, the part of the game where he's used this is pretty much over, and now he can just play with a lead. At a level 6, he can just dive Jinx, so it's looking really good.
Disrespectful. It's greedy. You're going in for a steal, but it's just not able to match the numbers. That's an easy first blood.
On has been incredible for this roster.
Oh, they're back over here. Tien has flash still. He didn't flash in the fight.
Strength, going from winning bot side fight to taking their grubbies.
Now we see something we see quite often as well. Once you have a couple of levels on your support with the center,
Bro, Tien just stole that. He's gonna have to flash.
Okay, he's just gonna flash.
He flashed for one grub though. Like that can't be worth, right?
It's something you get.
He wanted to watch the Telegrubbies, man. There's a good episode on today. It's Saturday morning cartoons.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite TV show. It's educational.
League of
it's
Legends
exciting.
Telegrubbies.
It's everything. Nice.
Clean.
Nice
Doesn't get the show.
Yeah, there's zero risk in this play.
That flash away all the same. So how do we recap all of what's happening here? We're starting to get plates going down towards the bot side and some hook. That could be a kill.
That is. It looks like it. They're gonna try to carry back.
No.
Mako. Nice double
Oh.
Jackie Love. He takes the extra tower.
He would have
shot, but
needed to
do
E and then flash back instantly. Can Elk kill Jackie Love?
Oh, Tien in mid lane.
He's trying to find an angle here. Knight's gonna burn his flash. So Flash is just getting
Elk is trying to kill them 1v2.
Upside down. Elk.
Maybe he just kills Mako instead.
No way.
Yes, no flash.
No way. One more auto attack and Elk gets him right
Okay.
back.
I guess.
I mean, he was running onto Jackie Love, and Mako tried to block for him. Elk just kills him instead. They have a TP back. Oh, Ornold? Oh, he didn't see. He just had to guess, right? He didn't know where he was. But I mean, the Ornold, even just to push the wave and actually get a plate here is pretty nice. So it's not even like that bad of an Ornold.
What do you want from me? But it is some turret plates going back the way of BLG. They use that pressure from bot side to take this first drag.
And maybe we'll start seeing a bit more structure come into it now. I think a lot of things were just reactionary after reaction.
Yeah, they like fast push of the wave, got a plate, and then they get Drake off of it. It's still like fine result for BLG. It's really not bad.
Flashes and burn summoners and catch people out of position. This is after Orna died under turret. Because he's died under turret, Jackie Love and Mako are really low HP from turret.
It seems like a bad pick. Wei just takes a long time to start doing significant damage from what I've seen.
An experience, folks. I love it, but I'm sat here like, in no other game should this be happening in this kind of way. All the same though, Elk picking up some gold for himself. It's nice, of course, with the fasting center. It really gets to a point where you're not necessarily getting all the gold in pocket. Some extra kills can help you pick up some items early.
This matchup is so like hard for Renekton. Like, you just have to play it to push the wave. You can't actually play to trade at all. I've seen people have different approaches to this matchup. One of the approaches I've seen is that people decide to go for Executioner's Calling on Renekton and cut the healing of Rek'Sai. From what I've seen, that just doesn't seem to work. The Rek'Sai just still heals way too much, and you just delay your item. So 369 is going with the approach where he plays just to get the earliest black cleaver possible, and he doesn't care about trying to hurt the Rek'Sai at all in lane.
The most terrifying cinematic I've ever seen.
There was some really spooky stuff going on there. Anyway, you can.
Etienne is pretty scared here. I mean, the person that can get killed really easy in this invade is Cream. If they invade and they don't have like numbers here, there's going to be a 0 ult going on to Cream, and Cream will probably just die to it. Actually, he can look for it here. Cream has to be really good with the fear. If he misses the fear, it's doomed. Yeah. Shun decides against it. They were looking for it right there, but there was too many people missing for them to pull the trigger.
I love seeing
like, they knew that Mako was coming from base and they don't know where Tien is, so it's very hard for them to commit with Knight's ult. And if Knight had flash, he definitely would be more comfortable committing, but without flash it could get turned really easy. They know that Vi is probably 6 as well.
Moving across the map as well. We briefly talked about this. Once you get a few levels on the support, the lane partner for the center, you're normally happy to leave them alone in the lane. Obviously, they died this time. Last time they tried that, so it's not necessarily the best thing here, but that's the logic, right? But the center then goes across the map, uses the ability to just walk in as a ranged champion to get some tap damage, get some souls from other minion waves. And, you can see how valuable that can be for kind of like controlling the top side of the map. Problem is, Jackie Love is getting a lot of gold from
3 people bot. I mean, On will die here 100%.
Yeah, On is just gonna walk out to his death.
But they get 5 grubs for it. He has no TP though.
Really well played for them to just say, look, you can move the center away. Yorn's gonna die. That's twice that's happened now. Once in a
I mean that's pretty good for top esports. Like that's. Yeah, I mean JackeyLove is gonna get full turret here or what?
As well, all the same. So yes, BLG.
We're losing Flash for the one grub actually ended up being good.
Jinx coming online, and of course, I think JackeyLove.
Jinx is gonna be super ahead.
Has ever seen, and one of the very best in the last few years. That's scary now for BLG. This game, despite the fact we talked about BLG being good in the early game, has another story left to it.
We're gonna take a look at mid lane though.
They're trying to cross back into bot, but that turret is gone. They should full funnel it into JackeyLove.
Oh no. He will be spotted out there. He's gonna try to use the unstoppable, but he is locked down from hell there. There's the Orn Horn. He's gonna flash out, not use it. Does end up getting out with his dash. Huge stuff.
That 369 should die. Didn't can tank this.
If he doesn't have dominus.
Anything you can do, we can do better, BLG.
I mean, they have more grubs here, but they are super behind in tempo.
369 is this time visited by the roaming gank squad. And,
Top esports is. Oh, I thought they were gonna still go and just full hit, but they're losing plates on top, so they'd rather just recall. JackeyLove is really strong though. The turrets ended up being traded, so it's like not the end of the world for BLG, but I don't think it's great seeing this Jinx be super ahead. So Jinx ended up going the static shiv build this game. I think he should have just went straight Kraken Slayer. Because he had gold for he had gold for it right here. He actually had gold for it. Did he already have a shard though? Maybe he already had shard.
TS have a little bit of that different style.
He probably already had shard.
Obviously very strong late game, sustained damage carry from the Jinx, but the way that they approach this mid game is super important for them.
Absolutely. I think that both these teams have very powerful engaged tools. You've got the Vi combo, you've got the Nautilus. Both of them can set up for the Hui because of the Severing Bolt and the huge damage which comes through from that. But on the other side, you've got three huge kind of like beefy front lines. The Wukong can sometimes be a little bit squishy, but on the whole, you've got three carries with three tanks with two long-range carries behind them. So both of these teams can really
Everyone's going top here.
Look for big engages. And that's really what we're going to have to see.
Trying to deny Jinx from getting a million plates.
Getting those first item spikes for pretty much everybody on this, the carries at least. You're getting that static shift started for JackeyLove.
I think On is in
On should probably just be. Oh, okay. He's just out, bro.
He is. Come on.
I was wrong. He's not.
He is Ghost.
The spellbook comes
He
out
had Ghost from the spellbook. Nice.
Like, oh, hang on. I didn't have as much XP as you. Both of them got cross maps on a number of times, but you can see that really is becoming a bit of a split map. A lot of vision being put down across the board as well. We can see that again, just trying to get these angles into sidelines. Qian trying to catch someone out, maybe catching out.
Oh, he does end up spotting him as he comes around the corner. Gonna look for the engage, but doesn't find.
Kind of a bad cue from Tien here. Loses HP for free.
On the other side
And Drake is going to BLG right now. Doesn't look like Top Esports can get anything done topside either.
Interesting few minutes seeing how these cross maps.
I mean, On has DP, so if JackeyLove pushes too far up, there's a ward behind him in lane. I think he's aware of it though. He's aware of the possibility, so he's just gonna recall.
Kind of the start of the mid game now when you start flinging people at random lanes.
A TP ward with TP on Orton. You got to be really careful on how you play the map here.
Haven't been as kind of thrown for a loop as they were the last time.
And Orn is chilling. So I wonder, does Knight not go Frozen Heart this game? Like he's just gonna go Zanya's into AP? Or maybe he'll go Zanya's and he'll buy Negatron Cloak and go Abyssal Mask.
Both these teams.
But yeah, it looks like it'll just be Zanya second for Knight instead of like Frozen Heart build.
Carries to leverage that. Every time I've seen Top Esports in a final.
Yeah, Mountain Drake is a nice roll from BLG for sure.
Yeah, like that huge matchup.
ATB back mid.
Old rivals in terms of that.
That's actually On. Spellbook TP. They're gonna send Knight into the side lane.
Front to back kind of team fights.
I mean, On's chilling. Like he's gonna be Orn later on. He didn't lose. It's not a 0-4 Mako Orn.
Just yet On using that Orn's tankiness and the W to just body block for his AD carry. The engages are not going to be quite as easy.
Oh, Shun got into a really good angle here. Can maybe get Cream's flash. Really nice. Oh, oh, good ult lineup from Elk. Forced him to dodge it to Shun. And they're hitting bot at the same time. Shun, like, did he have no? Did he W around the ward? Maybe he W'd originally because he had no W there. It looked like. Really good angle. Like I don't know, they didn't expect Shun to be there. Bro, if you're playing League, you would not expect Shun to be there either.
Shun
just got into the pocket for when they crossed.
Really big moment for him.
And I'm going to take my soapbox now.
All right,
This
tell me
man
about
has been
Shun.
building up to this moment for so long. It is a potential for his first finals, but he has been able to take Tien
Do you have no
to
W?
task and have
Because I thought he was just gonna
And you know,
like
Shun,
auto
has
Q
been such a
W
core
ult.
piece of how this team plays, getting into the enemy jungle aggressively. We talked about Tien being a specialist. That's Shun, absolutely the same thing as well. The Wukong Q skirmishing threat,
Clean.
basically 100-0 the enemy mid laner. And you know, talking about Shun on a bigger level
Wait,
as
is that
well,
ends just
BLG, a
3-0?
team which
Could
have
be.
tried
I don't think that would
to,
be like
kind of
ridiculous
acquire
considering the
success,
level of
bringing in
BLG.
exports
BLG has
and
been like
bringing
by
out
far the
easy
best team in
over
LPL, I
time.
would say.
They have developed Shun themselves in part. and
I would have
honestly,
guessed 3-1,
excellent alongside the
but
bot.
3-0 wouldn't
BLG
like
have been using
really
that
surprise me
to
too
really
much.
build something special for
Could just be a
themselves over the
3-0.
last couple of years.
It's been a really nice pickup from the IG developmental system. I know they're going to be missing him, but tough. Esports are wishing he wasn't on BLG right now, as he's had an incredible start to this game so far. There's the Rift Herald pop by Tiana and driven into that turret for himself. We are going to collapse over to the spot side of the map now.
It's going to be a Mountain Rift, and Dragon's coming up in 2 minutes. You can't really afford to give over. Even just one Mountain Dragon is a bit risky to give over to an Ornn and a triple kind of beefy frontline from BLG. Mako caught out with the root. He has flash. He's going to have to blow it. No, he's out of vision right now, and he's safe.
Mountain Soul makes it a little easier.
BLG were missing mid to win Worlds last year. I mean, I think that the sad thing about BLG is like I would have loved to see BLG play versus T1 in the finals, like over Weibo. I think the sad thing for BLG is that Bin, who had been like a star the entire year, had the worst series of his life into. Oh, this looks really deep from Tien, bro. This looks crazy deep from Tien. And like the thing is, Wukong is so strong right now. Oh, they're getting smoked here, bro. Yeah, Tien just ran it down, bro. It is what it is.
Jackie Love, he gets flashed up by Bin, and he has to flash his way out. Top Esports are left again in the dirt.
Tough. Looks really hard.
I really don't understand the angle from
Yeah,
Shun there. You don't have your Renekton there in time.
like
And
BLG,
honestly,
like Bin had his
counter
worst
from
series that he'd
BLG
had
is so
ever, maybe. Like
deadly.
that was probably the
They
worst
fall
series
down
I've
in
ever
a
seen
3
Bin
for
play, and it
1.
was
He's
into
gonna
the
be in
shy
lane out of turret. It's
in
probably gonna be
semifinals.
set up for
So
the Dragon going the way of
wasn't
BLG.
really on your gal
This
that
is a
series.
huge
Like Yagao did his job. It's just Bin had a stinker. Bin is normally not a choker. Bin normally performs in big moments, so.
If you're behind against them, you're
Crazy
gonna have
situation,
such
man.
a tough time in
The
late
shy
game,
rolled him.
And Top Esports wanted to have the momentum.
Yeah, I really want to see exactly what happened with the thought process from Top Esports. Maybe we can find ourselves a replay of that.
There's no way he knew all three.
Did anyone win LPL with 3 different orgs? Will Knight be the first?
So they see two then. They see two. The thing is, even that you see all three. So
me think.
they elect for this. They have full information for it. They do get on top of Elk, but it just feels like the team's way too far away. He's not there comboing up the CC.
And the double TP in immediately from BLG, you automatically add 2 big bodies in there. In a big
I mean, he probably will be
that small of BLG.
The first.
Particularly against
Trying to think. Like, who else could it be?
Can't do that.
Get past their ultimates so hard, and now they've lost themselves the setup for the Dragon. It's coming up.
I mean,
now.
yeah, I
They don't
think he
have
would just
all
be the
ultimates
first.
here from BLG, but they do have some gold to bring to bear.
This is sole point for BLG on a Mountain Soul.
Okay, we have ourselves Tremor Sense as well. We saw that from the Rex side. BLG playing with more information, and they play the fight out better though.
Cream has to have a good angle. Tien waiting on the side in the tri-bush. Dragon is started up by BLG and already about quarter health down. 69's gonna move in. He's not looking for
Good job
a
from
flank.
Knight. Good positioning.
Back here.
He can really go here. There's no fear right now on Cream, so they have to be very careful. Knight knows he's seen.
Over the wall. Dragon getting so low. Here comes the Ornhorn, and the Dragon was secured by 369.
369 got it. Knight just needs to zone. He ended up getting like Jackie Love, but Jackie Love has no flash. Let's see. Can they do anything to him? Oh, they can kill him. All right, perfect. Oh man, it's just a complete. Yeah, and then he Zonya's the Oh, he's dead. Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Nice from Cream. Well played by Cream, getting one back, but he's dead as hell. He has flash, but he's still dead.
I think he's gonna get chased out.
I think he's still dead. Yeah, he's still dead for sure, right?
He's going the long con here. He wants to
Oh, maybe
take it
not.
out. He wants to soak
I thought
Cream
Bin would
in.
keep on
This
chasing.
may be his first finals, but he will not come away a victor yet. As he is all alone.
Bin is here.
He's going to try to get the back off, but Shun is there. The fear coming out, though, and the rest of the team is there to knock
Goes this
him
way.
down.
BLG, they win so
Damn,
many
bro,
fights
it's
back to
tough.
back. No, they lose the Dragon somehow.
It's tough, man.
But still,
Yeah,
it's a
if you
huge
saw
fight for
like,
them.
I was watching mainly just Knight in that fight. I was mainly watching Knight in this fight. Because JackeyLove has no flash, Knight just positions and makes it so hard for JackeyLove to play. Like, JackeyLove is so afraid to step up because Knight's positioning.
We'll just gloss over that briefly. Big moment. I mean, it's a big moment. It stops that.
And then here he just sends it. He just full sends onto JackeyLove. He still has stopwatch here. Tanks Cream. Cream misses the fear.
For that sweep back, and you know, Knight, his Azir has often been criticized, rightfully so. But this one, I really think, has shown itself as a really good team fighting tool here. And with Shun having so much damage on the Wukong,
that's the LPL final of all time. I mean, according to LoL Esports, they have now played almost 2 games in half an hour. So yeah, they're speed running.
And absolutely decimating them with it. It's not a close game. It is fully in advantage for BLG here, almost 6,000 plus in the lead. How do you come back from that decision making for top esports?
It's really hard now. We talked about BLG as a team, very, very good at holding on to a gold lead. They have a huge gold lead now. I think they still have the 100% win rate with a lead at 15 minutes. It's an absurd stat coming through from you know, a team which has evolved to play on the same page. I think 2023, midway through spring, the core of this roster was here. Obviously, it was Yugao instead of Knight, but Tabe came in to develop this team from a team that would go 1-1 every week to one that was actually genuinely world-beating. They got themselves to an MSI Finals, and now they get themselves onto the Baron and force top esports to them.
Back-to-back record-breaking splits for BLG.
Okay, Tien maybe, like, Tien has to play for a steal here. They have double smite. They have double smite. Okay, bro, they have double smite and the fucking Senna gets it. Ain't no way, bro. It's just so ridiculous, actually. So this is a T1 special. I think T1 is the best team in the world at doing this, where they take smite on support and they have smite on their jungler, like with unsealed spellbook, and they just rush the Baron. Here, On didn't even smite. Like, he didn't even get a smite off. It was just taken by the Senna somehow.
And top esports, they gave them a good fight in that last time around, but BLG are not playing games here.
They've just jumped up another 2K. They have a huge Baron buff to continue to push with. They're going to TP in on the front side. Oh, Knight gets feared. He's still under.
Oh, they're just going on to Cream, bro.
Gets out from under there. Has been with that TP, makes the difference.
Oh, Elk flashes forward. Ah, man, they're just getting chopped up, bro. They're getting rolled.
This is unfair.
There is no safe place for
I mean, BLG, they don't normally play comps like this. This is the thing, bro. Like, BLG's play extremely well with their comp, but this is something that's not standard BLG. So the fact that they're winning with this, it's like, what do you even do, bro? If they're better than you at this type of at this type of composition, aren't you just fucked?
So quickly, a couple of fights back to back, and BLG have just not looked back. Top esports, I think a lot of people were expecting them to go the distance here against BLG. They might have to do it from 0-2 down.
A couple minutes.
BLG versus Genji will be a movie. That'll be so. That's a series I really want to watch, man.
10,000 now, moving up to 12,000 gold. BLG, lasting damage done to top esports base, and now top esports trying to get one more fight, but I don't think it's a fight you wanted. Mako's already gone, and the rest of top esports are left with everything.
Knight's looking for JackeyLove. He got JackeyLove. Oh, great angle from Knight, bro. All right, I guess Knight can just play Azir now. Cool. Damn, there's ending the game, bro. That's a 23-minute game in finals.
So much trash talk between these teams.
Yeah, they trash talk the fuck out of each other.
This one holistically, but BLG, they rear their beastly head, and they'll move up to match point.
BLG, in only their second finals ever as an organization, are really coming to play. They've never been favorites.
23 min. Yeah, that was a complete stomp. That was just a fisting session. All right, let's go back and watch game 1, bro. It's Tarantino movie. All right, this is roughly where we were.
Again, if you want these players,
mainly want to watch like the fights and stuff. View it as like highlights, you know.
This is the kind of gameplay you. Top esports are the one to pull the trigger here. Gonna try to get an angle. There's a nice little root coming in from JackeyLove. Just gonna get the TP out. So honestly, BLG.
It's not like they had Lpl, because of course once these mid lane turrets go down as well, the game changes an awful lot. In fact, BLG, as soon as they take down those outer turrets, particularly with that Lpl ultimate, very, very strong at finding ways with these snappy engages, and the way that BLG have really become specialized towards the top esports. Need to be very careful now that BLG is starting to get more proactive.
They're actually going to try to move on this top side. Knight's going to burn his flash. Shun trying to tank it up, though. There's a lot of damage from those rocks. 369 going to go right back in. Here comes Ben. He's able to join the fight here, but is it too little,
good flash from Shun.
369 not able to get the close down on Shun, and he just goes down to Knight.
On
All right,
CN,
TP.
explosion. Just before this, we saw that Cream used his teleport on bot side. He can't teleport towards that top side. It's a pretty strong play onto the Maokai in terms of the initial damage, but they can't finish it off. And then the flash after this. Great response from Shun. Stops the second part of the Renekton coming through. That's why it looks like for Shun.
BLG back, taking it.
Potentially been pulled apart. I think Topius was very, very good in straight front.
So Elk is just a monster?
Elk on this Lucian. Look at this item spice.
Over these last couple years. Now it's an engage from Cream trying to get the angle there for the Emperor's Divide, but he can't do it. Now Top Esports left wanting a little bit. Couple ultis used by BLG. They want to follow him up. Devour from Mako saves Cream's life.
All of this starts with just the fact that Elk and On are bodying this mid lane in terms of the trades. And now here comes the Taliyah wall. It's just going to be turning off for the turret. Mid lane, outer turret. Most important jet.
In a big conversation, they're how they have a little bit more
Happens around with mid.
It'll be all three outer towers now. Going to be enough gas in that tank making power right now. They could choose just not to go after that one because they have the
Zero's been tragic this game.
That's what I think. Get very careful with the 3-item Lucian.
Dragon in 5. Top
Got a good one at Rift Herald. Oh my god.
There. Jackie Love not having any health left. Oh my god, Elk is going forward. He is going to get the
good damage from Cream.
Back and a ton of damage in his backside too. That is going to be the Dragon started up by Top Esports.
Okay, Top Esports get themselves into River and huge chunk back onto Elk makes this fight even again. BLG, they have the flank though. Bin, again, he has the flanking build.
The Bin flank could be the world ender here. Here comes the Weaver's wall across. Shun is in the pit. Shun gets it.
Oh man.
Be the world ender here. Here comes the Weaver's wall across. Shun is in the pit. Shun gets it. He
like,
the world ender
I don't even
here.
blame Cream there. I mean, most of the time, if you flash like this, most of the time they're getting scooped. Like that literally looks to me like Elk should get scooped, to be honest, considering how it normally works. He flashed just behind.
Shun gets it. He denies the soul. The Devourer going to save out Cream yet again. They have a front to back that looks really good for Top Esports from here. Bin can't get out of the back of the pit just yet. Finally dashes
That is
over,
just how you play it if you're playing this build.
A little bit.
Oh my
Fuck is going on?
close runs. Elk jumping forward. Viego. Viego starts to reset. This is a big
All right, let's see
recondition.
Elk Lucian.
At that point for Top Esports. Elk jumping forward.
Oh my
Bro, that was just a.
Okay, that
He didn't even. Did he get a Q off?
Elk jumping forward.
Oh, he did get a Q through Mako. That was actually clean as fuck too, by the way.
At that point for Top Esports. Elk jumping forward.
Damn.
God. Okay, that damage spike is there. Lord Doms has been completed, and a 3
No complete flash. Fantastic. Very hard to flash out of its combos on the whole, but
is definitely difficult.
Chinese Lucian, yep.
not the cleanest.
All right.
Yeah, I'm he's against Knight in that.
I was about to say our MVP for spring now. BLG we're looking for. This is the style that BLG needs to find. They're looking for seismic shoves into the
Elk was doing in the last couple of minutes. Top Esports said we don't like that. It's not great for our
Elk
health.
plays him so well.
Medical insurance is not recommended that we stand in front of this.
Yeah, he
So what they
plays
said,
really well.
what they're trying to do could be what BLG used to do, the composition which BLG have, the pushing mid, the pushing bot. Top Esports won that first fight. It has been Elk really with this Lucian power spike, which has given BLG
Nice playing out of his mind this series.
advantage in the mid game.
Yeah, he's playing really well.
The same.
He played a really nice Azir game, considering that he's like not even an Azir player. Holy fuck.
Oh my god. Well, I said that's the combo they wanted to do, and they definitely did it. That's a dash forward from Elk, and not the shot gonna land, but that is bread and butter, what they want to do.
That is so dangerous. They give up vision around the mid lane, and Elk once again shows off how sharp those antlers are. They're going to push in towards this mid lane in a turret. I think Top Esports are very lucky this isn't a Baron going with it.
I cannot believe we've gotten to this state with such a tough climb for BLG in that early game. They have come alive, and it's off the back of Elk, a guy who has made his name on BLG, who has made his name with On even since his time on Ultra Prime.
Here comes the Taliyah ult. BLG just pushing the pressure ever forwards.
Top Esports, they can't get out of here. They're stuck between a rock and a tower. As now Cream gonna go up to do a little bit of that long range poke damage. He is on 2.5 items now, but they're actually gonna survive under this tier 2 down here. Tiana is right around the corner.
It's called the wall.
Oh god, Elk is just so deadly, man.
The Fog of War is nasty. Now it's the Maokai ult again. Ult after ult.
There we go. Tidal wave. Bring all your nature masses. As they
Man, how did this game get close?
Esports under turret, but Mako able to make the difference there. Able to tank
How did
down
this
some
game
of
get
that.
close,
And
man?
look, you see some of that spacing that BLG can
Looks
use.
like a slaughter.
Again, I'm really quite surprised that no one died there, Mizel. That's happening like, oh, again, it's another combo, it's another ult. BLG, they have a number of tools to rip. Wall broke both of them.
Wall right now. Ben.
Top Esports just started. Wait, what happened here?
Bramble smash not used.
But Top Esports have elected to not put any vision towards bot side of the map. Well, they've been pushing on the bot side anyway for the last few minutes. Not like they've had themselves that option, but here goes Shun.
Okay, Shin going in. The Bramble smash not used yet. Elk getting some damage out, but look, 369's on Elk now, and everybody's found the connection, even with that
Good play.
twisted advance there by Tien. And so they do find the fight. Now they'll move to the Baron.
Doesn't matter that they're on soul point. They go towards
Bro,
top
it's so
side
crazy to me
instead
that-
and take
that
two
this is how
huge kills. Top Esports, this should be
Azir
the
exists in the
Baron.
game.
What hero players have we got left from BLG?
As a tank engaged champion. That's what it exists as. Cool.
Top Esports just going to commit to it right now. Ben is on the other angle here. About 4,000 on the Baron now. We're getting low as it should just go down. Top Esports going to pull away from it. They do end up securing the objective. Nice seismic shove there. Q sweet spot. Spin trying to fight back.
Oh,
but
Cream?
Nice Emperor's Defied from Cream. They do end up fighting one back
Bro.
onto him, but it's Jackie Love.
No
who's gonna
way.
come up clutch
No
on the
way
other
Ben
end of
lives
it.
there.
Ben on the other side though. Trying
No
to go Jackie
way,
Love.
bro.
Oh
What?
My God, Ben, you monster!
Oh, he missed.
He doesn't find Jackie Love though, as he does with that Q sweet spot. It's not going to be enough.
Such a frantic Baron. Have we
What
got any
the
other
hell?
place to look towards? Well, the big thing is now Top Esports gonna have to give that one up towards the side of BLG. Throwing maybe how means that he'll have.
Insane. The man is a boxing legend in League of Legends, apparently, as we take a look back at it.
And even in game one, feels like we've got multiple rounds with some heavyweights. Shun goes too deep. Again, feels like a similar kind of play towards the,
I mean,
the
Shun just griefed
the
us.
game. Gives over an early reset. I think Elk's position here as well is very, very ambitious. If you're bursting the first target, yes, it's great, but they don't win that first kill. Turns things around, so Elk and Shun, not really well positioned. Top East was punished well, but there's still a lot of damage left from the side of BLG. Even with the AD carry down, really does feel like Knight and Bin managed to play out the spacing of this fight very, very well to at least put Top Esports into a difficult situation. Come back to life and Cream's out of
Oh
Sonya's.
my goodness, he's on the other side of the wall. There's the Emperor's Divide, his own wall going up.
When Tom Catch has no eat.
Just about survived. They've been delayed in using it, but they're going to use that to push down mid lane. BLG, they're forcing them to be grouped up right now and respond to this push.
They do end up getting the final outer tower now. Top Esports feeling a little bit more confident. Also coming into their comfort zone. Something we talk so much about is Jackie Love on the Senna. Yes, he's undefeated, but he's also the late game scaler right now. And that damage from Cream is going to really start coming online.
Finding them right now. Shun, can you throw an ult across?
Bro, I can't believe Cream's in Grand Finals. I mean, he looks like he belongs, bro.
369. Oh, 369's got that all day. Come
I
to
thought
the
his
king,
play
and you
was
better
not a
miss.
problem.
369 with a solo.
Oh,
He probably just needs more
ults
agency,
in
honestly.
With that dominus, gets
Give him
himself
a
very
harder
important
carry
solo
champ.
kill. It
Leave
felt like
Ari
BLG
up this
were
time.
maybe
Don't
looking
ban it
for a
1,
big
2,
play in
3
the mid lane. They
on blue
can't now.
side.
They don't
The start
If you lose the Night Ari, you lose the Night Ari, but you shouldn't be looking for angles to get it yourself.
for a second time in a row. If they
And
were
if they
already
take
on
Ari
Elder
1-2,
count,
then
I
you
think it'd be a
take
lot more difficult to
Vitalia.
approach
Boom.
this game right now, but the fact that they've been able to delay Top Esports is huge. They'll need to continue capitalizing on that.
Well, so BLG, we said they're kind of on the back foot. They don't have themselves a lot of vision control now. No wards actually even into the river for Top Esports, which means that it's very difficult for them to mount a defense. 2 minutes until the Dragon, though. They have some ways to weasel there into whatever area of the map they would like to do so. But when they are doing this, just have to keep in mind that on the other side, there is a lot of ability to now one-shot the carries from BLG. When Lucian jumped forward earlier, he was taking chunks. When he jumps forwards now,
As well. Right back to him. Going golden is Cream, who went right back into the fight.
What happened here?
Game one loss.
it's allowed now.
One
Engage
slip
on
up
mid?
and make the difference
We're mainly just looking for
between a game
highlights, bro.
victory and a game one loss. Tien on the other side actually has an
Oh.
angle. Cream misses the engage again, but Tien, he has the angle here on the other side. He's trying to get it, but he gets damaged right
I mean, they're
back.
reacting really well to
Cream, who went right back into the fight under the sun
to
disc.
Cream's attempted
He
engages
dashes
here.
his way out with those shifting sands,
No, it's so broken,
but
man.
Tien,
Like,
he has the angle.
Cream has his
Game one
E.
lost.
Allowed now.
One
I mean, just when you go to tank
makes the
Kha'zix,
difference between a game one victory and a game
he
one
E'd
loss.
right there.
On the other side actually has an angle.
Then he
Cream
goes for this
misses the
play,
engage again,
gets
but
eaten,
Tien,
goes
he
back
has the
in,
angle here on the other side. He's
has
trying to get
Zonya's,
his damage
and then
right
has
back.
his E again.
Going golden is Cream, who went right back into the
His
fight
E is
under
just
the
back
sun
up so he can E
disc.
again.
Dashes his way out with those shifting sands. Nobody dies yet again, but we have the tussle we've been getting all game.
good chance he dies now. Now we see 369 caught on the flank angle. Might have to ult early.
Oh, Ben's trying to get a little revenge on him here with a little help from Knight too. 369 going to slice his way out of that one. Has the rest of the team coming on the other side. Actually, BLG chasing them down, but they'll take primary position over the Dragon.
But it also means double teleport off from Top Esports. They've recovered from that mid lane fight and get themselves into the front to back position. No flanks available just yet.
All right, Tien is here. There's the Weaver's Wall to block off the Dragon. They need to try to burn this before they can get it, but Tien's right on the other side of the wall. The Weaver's Wall goes down. Top Esports right back to the fight. Ben is looking on the angle here on the other side, but can't get anything over. Dragon is just going to be secured by Top Esports. The fight after, though, On gets chunked, and here comes Jackie Love. He flashes forward. Ben can't find the angle on the other side. He does go in. He gets
Oh
the
my
flash
God,
too.
Ben.
And now BLG can find
One
the
shot
fight.
onto Jackie Love.
Seismic
Damn.
shove there as well. They're going all the way in. Kring uses the Emperor's Divide, but they can't get Shun. Nature's Grass coming back, but look at Tien the whole time.
Sound?
Reset City
Wait, what
was
do you mean
approached,
sound?
And it is a tussle to be loved by BLG and Top Esports.
Top Esports walk away with the soul, but BLG walk away with more souls of enemy.
But they can't get forward. Ben can't find the angle on the other angle here on the other side, but can't get anything over.
I mean, this is like
Back to the fight. Ben
surprising that BLG with this much poke, they can't actually get in there towards the Drake.
Gonna be secured by Top Esports. The fight after, though,
John just keeps on Wing the Renekton. I think he probably just needs to Q the Renekton away and hold his W for like Tien or something. That's crazy.
And now BLG can find the fight. Big seismic shove there as well. They're going all the way in. Kring uses the Emperor's Divide, but they can't get Shun. Nature's Grass coming back, but look at Tien.
Bro, they are fighting, man.
Reset City was approached, and it is a tussle to be loved by BLG and Top Esports.
Top Esports walk away with the soul, but BLG walk away with more souls of enemy champions. At least it's a fighting.
Top Esports
Damage in this fight.
get soul.
Oh my gosh, Knight on the Talia. He is a late game monster. This champion has done so much work for him. See that Jacula doesn't quite get the finishing kill on. It's big.
I mean, he didn't even hit the sweet spots there, bro. I feel like Ben's Aatrox is normally cleaner than it looked in this game. It felt like he missed a lot of sweet spots in this game.
Last second.
And then BLG, out of spawn, they go straight to Baron. Because they know they have a diff on respawn timers. Respawn timer diff right here.
The Baron already getting burned. Can Tien get over the wall and steal it? Is this the difference maker? He's in there, and he does not get it. He will not die after the Devour comes in last.
Devour saves his GA.
Now we between these things. It comes down to 50-50. He just about gets away with it. With the Baron buff coming in, BLG, what are they going to look towards?
Why does the replay slow down the bad plays? That's just how they do it, bro.
We have mid lane pressure coming out from Knight.
This is a close game.
Move over to the side lane. They aren't going to go for it just yet. But again, we got to watch the combos. The Tidal Wave, the Nature's Grass, plus the Weaver's Wall.
See particularly that Mark.
Oh my
I think the issue here is Talia Maokai, to be honest. I think you need more aggressive options than that.
For it. Tidal Wave on top of it, Nature's Grass, everything, and Mako's already gone. Kring gonna join him soon. He can't get the sweet spot though, but that is a huge siege on bot side, inner turret.
How do you defend a siege against these ultimates? Well, the
Esports came in with a different strategy. They got that undefeated Senna for Jackie Love. They wanted to take the scaling.
Knight.
Now they got to fight their way out of this one. 369. He's on the back line here. He does have a little bit of damage to be done, but the
Ends up
rest of
stunning the Maokai here.
very nicely. And I think we've seen this.
All right, 2 inhibs.
late game.
This is when we started watching on live.
Esports, how do
Grace right now.
Yeah, this was a
Elder's
banger, bro.
20. You're getting barreled down your top side here, and Elk is just putting the shots right into your head every single time. That's a tier 2 down.
This is textbook Lucian play. Use the Fog of War, you jump forward with your ultimate, with your teammates nearby if you can help it, and you just take those health bars down. Top Esports, they back off from that turret. They have 2 inhibs down already. They might be facing the tutorial League of Legends where you take down every single inhibitor for a Hail Mary.
Definitely known to me as a carry right now on the Lucian. It's really nice to see him thriving with On, where now we see Elk stepping up the way too far. Kring can't get it again! How many times have we seen this game?
Fantastic.
I mean, they're playing really well into Cream's engages. They're playing well around it. I don't think that Cream can do that much differently. Like, he's not even picking terrible times or anything.
Survive just about over to the Elder. They're teleporting in.
Keep Jackie Love peeled for and try to take a front to back. Oh. He doesn't really have a way out, so they're just going to go right back in. Culling is used. There's the Emperor's Divide. 369 has found the backline, but he has Ben right on him, and they're going to try to take him out. That is already Shun down, so the Elder Dragon is up with no jungler from BLG.
369 has teleport. Big thing here means that he can teleport back in after having his HP bar shredded. And yes, the smite being
a
down
lot
means
of
that
discipline
BLG, they
here.
can't go for a
Getting the kill
50-50.
and then
They
leaving.
have to look for a fight. Top esports,
Get the kill and then
they
you
have to
leave, and that
survive the waves.
gives
They
you
have
the
TPs.
ability
They have TPs. If
to
they commit to the Elder Dragon, they could try to end the game.
win, like take a 4v5 fight.
Around an Elder. Can we see it again?
Whereas if you continue this fight, you probably end up dying to
They actually
Elk.
got an angle here. Elk is so confident on this Lucian. He has stepped up every single time.
You can see that right now, BLG, they lose their jungler, but they can just keep threatening the fact that Cream doesn't have teleport. Now it's Top Esports being bullied out on the bot side of the map, despite the fact they got the kill on the jungler. It's back to the Elder we go, potentially.
And Shun's going to be up soon if they can delay the fight. 369 getting caught in the side. They have rest in Top Esports. BLG, you have to commit to this and get out, or you are done for.
Yeah, this is what we saw.
Getting completely collapsed on. Elka's
And then
the
it
one
was
they
just
try to engage
GG.
on. He puts damage right back into Mako, as Bin has now found the flank angle yet again. Can't find that Q sweet spot.
Towards the bot side is so slow. Elder started.
Decider for this game, number 1. Elder does reset. 369 trying to get on the other angle here. Tien was looking for a potential flank, but realizes he needs
The Bin
to be
flank.
in the pit.
Bin doesn't have World Ender, but he has a flank position. What can he find? He's spotted out by Mako. He's not going to be shut down just yet. Wave slowly pushing into Top Esports, and the Elder's going down.
They have to be really careful. There's the Nature's Grasp. Are they going to use the Tidal Wave Grasp? Oh my god, they got Mako. BLG, they're moving forward.
Yeah, Mako
369
just gets
has
his
found Elk.
face
No,
one-shot
Mako
off.
Damage there as now, Emperor's Divide not going to hit anybody there. Elder is getting low. 369 on the other side, but he can't keep it going. And Ben has made
Bro,
the
Elk
difference
Lucian
again.
is
Is he gonna do
pretty
it? No,
insane,
he
bro.
gets
This
shut
guy
down
knows
by
how to
Elk with a
fucking
couple double
move.
taps.
What the hell?
Jackie Love getting chased down by the wings of the World Ender as Ben comes up clutch. BLG
All right.
come up.
Currently feeling, because you're mentioning
About to be in draft, I guess. I'll play the ads right now. Let's play them on YouTube as well.
Yeah, something particularly that you brought up earlier in the green room, Trouble, was the fact that looking at the way that the draft was played out, there was a potential to see a very aggressive Akali from the side of Cream, but that was not what we were able to see because unfortunately it was taken away.
Yeah, I
Squidward
feel like
is on
right here
Idol's
you
desk.
have two
Why not, bro?
choices. You either restructure and you're like, okay, what worked for us on blue side when we played BLG last time? Play slow, play steady, play through both side, try to get Jackie Love ahead, or you throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. The Akali into the Azir, the Draven on the bot side of the map, they're connected on the top side. You have 3 active lanes. You just put pressure on the map, and one of them hopefully will get ahead with a little bit of help from the jungle. But I feel like for Top Esports, I think the better choice here would be to restructure, go back to what worked for you on blue side, and just play flat both sides of the map.
Pressure is mounting for both of these rosters, for BLG to go down in history and claim their first title, but also for Top Esports to be able to push this to more games, to not go down in a 3-0 fashion. For them, it's do or die. For BLG, they're only 1 game away from lifting the trophy. Let's head over to the 3rd game of the series with our casters, Neymera and Mazel.
Welcome back to the caster desk, everyone, and welcome to maybe not the series we would have expected so far. It was so back and forth the last time we saw these two teams, but BLG have seemingly found the
Cream's
answer.
gonna get his Akali this
Now
game, trust
1
me.
game away from taking their first ever
Crazy.
LPL title.
And I'm in awe of how BLG have just found that one opening in each of these games to just tear things across. I think that in game 1, of course, it was a lot more back and forth, but as soon as, pretty much, I think if you're looking at BLG and you see all 3 of the outer turrets go down, things are bad. Now, the problem is, that does happen at some point in games. It's just a really difficult phenomenon to overcome. And you know, for BLG, they're a team which, we keep talking about this, they have earned this. They've earned their place in this finals. They have earned themselves as the favorite coming into this. And now 2-0 up. This is a team that had, you know,
Oh, this is kind of cool on Twitter. There's like a new beta explore tab.
Previous world champions. You know, had Zekka and King on their roster at
So it's like
and I know that they have
Explore
Knight now, but they
Epic
have
Showdown
earned the
BLG versus Top
ability to
Esports, and it
bring
has
something
like
that back
tweets
into
from everyone
the
tweeting about LPL.
players they have from last year.
It is pretty
Been a
cool.
super team in the making
That could be
for years
useful.
now, and falling short every time, but these last 2 splits have been record-breaking for them. This one just a couple wins more than their summer split campaign, but it is a monumental moment for BLG.
Now they're looking to stop a 4-peat from 369. They're looking to stop the redemption arc from Top Esports and Tien and Mako's First departure from EDG. When we have ourselves a
Home
draft
stream got
game
ads, then
coming
got
into
hit by got by more 3 seconds after they ended. I'm in a blender. Yeah, bro, that's how it goes, bro. In between games, it's when we have to play the ads.
So that means we have Kalista and Varus still up from the 3 kill lane AD carries. You have Varus, you have Lucian, you have Kalista. Now, Elk has destroyed this split on Kalista. You cannot give him that. So I wonder, even though JackeyLove, in my eyes, is the best Varus in the world, he's definitely up there, particularly with the poke variant of it. Do you have to take away the Kalista? What are you feeling right now? Last time in Game 5 against BLG in their previous face-up, they did that lane duo, but
Ari verse
they can also throw that onto the table.
Knight again banned by Top Esports. Damn, they're keeping the Ari ban.
And a big importance, I feel like that we
first pick Ash.
for Top Esports is in
So BLG will take away the Varus here for sure, right?
Plus the players, they felt like they had the
Wow, Kalista.
Yeah, and now we're going for a slightly different option now. Ash.
Wait, so they take away Kalista? What does that mean they're playing? Are they just, they're going Kalista Varus? They're going Varus support?
I think Top Esports were looking for the Ash Varus
Bro!
lane, and Elkanon say, no, you are not having both of them. We're gonna
They
take
took
the
away
Kalista
both.
and the Varus, one of them going support more
And JackeyLove goes Draven, okay.
JackeyLove goes for the Draven.
We finally get
Holy
it. You know,
fuck.
This is when JackeyLove knows it's serious. He needs to find that carry performance. He's going to go back to one of his classics. But my goodness, if we wouldn't want more.
All right, we got a draft war coming in. I love it.
80 carries down there now.
Big balls from BLG.
All pressure onto the TV2. If it wasn't enough already, this time it feels like these are two, you know, fangs bared bot lanes.
Vi picked as well. All right, nice. I think they banned Viego here, right? I would just ban TN's Viego. I'd ban Viego. I might ban Poppy as well. Yeah, okay. Poppy banned first. I would ban Viego and probably Poppy. Yeah. Or Poppy and probably Viego, I should say, since the Poppy's already banned. Okay. Talia banned into Knight. What else do Knight play here, actually? Maybe they banned Knight's Akali. Probably should be a Knight Akali ban here.
Tiana's had a pretty bad series so far. He struggled. And,
I would ban Viego and Akali. Viego for BLG, Akali for Top Esports. They go Xin Zhao. I mean, I guess Viego with not much setup is not great, but I just feel like he's so comfortable in the matchup that he'll get ahead no matter what. We're back to 480 carries, shocker. Yep. Champions are weak.
Looking forward to how he can take down these two bot laners who are going to be squishy, but that is where the rest of Top Esports comes to a head. That is where a reverse sweep for some of the most experienced players in our league has to start with this game, and these last two picks are going to be super crucial in that. We get the TF ban finally against Ben.
I wonder whether we get the Orianna coming out of Knight, though. It's a nasty combo, and there are a lot of squishies you can punish with that. Orianna does more than fine into the Azir in the laning phase. It's been what BLG played against Top Esports in their first game.
I would send the Akali here for Knight, bro. Send it. They could also go Rek'Sai for Bin. Pretty easy. Oh! Wait, Aso looks broken in this game. I didn't even know that Knight. Does Knight even play Aurelion Sol? Is this his first Aurelion Sol game?
Aurelion Sol for BLG, looking to close out the series.
Looking to descend the skies on to Top Esports. They have so much scaling now as well with that pick alone to pair up.
It's his first Aurelion Sol all time. Looks like.
It is the Rek'Sai for 369, a classic choice. And we'll see what the answer is from Bin with his counter pick.
Yep, it's his first Aurelion Sol game all time. Grand Finals. Fuck it.
What was that going to be? It's going to be AoE team fight. It's the Rel. It does have a strong level 3. You can get right on top of both those 80 carries, but it's not necessarily.
Bro, look at Knight's Ahri win rate, by the way.
If you do miss that engage.
With 54 games, bro. What the fuck? What is that?
And it has been such a big pick into the Rek'Sai in particular, because the Rek'Sai has been so obnoxious as this bruiser regen tank. You don't get to do that versus the Rumble. You can go towards an early nullifying orb and just keep burning them down. We even saw Shanji go towards Conquer and build like Randuins, go half tank in the Rumble as well. Lots of options here, but BLG, they have themselves once again huge, pushing early lanes. It has been met in part by Top Esports, particularly with this bot lane, but I'm worried about what's going to happen with, you know, this Vibe if they can get in towards this bot side. BLG bot side 3v3s have been what have put them into this position as favorites of LPL.
Elk and On have taken two stalwart names in the LPL 2 games in a row. JackeyLove and Mako have not been the difference makers.
That's like 90% on Nico in 24 games.
In the past.
Yeah.
I think this draft is going to be a lot on execution for Top Esports here. And it's a lot about what that
54 games, 87% is crazy. I mean, I think that this is a
any team in the LPL,
if
which
BLG
shot
can play their
the
champs, I think they
team
won draft.
compositions and the execution of it. It's BLG. It's Billy Gaming. They've done it.
But they don't play these champs, so who knows, bro? Literally, who knows?
In our league, they have earned their position in this.
Stage looks so fucking cool behind them, actually.
And
Oh, it's on playing Kalista support. I thought it would be Vera support here. The Kalista is the support. Okay. All right, man. On is just playing Kalista support. Bin didn't end up going the Ghost or the Ignite. We see Ghost TP or we see Flash Ignite normally.
TS looking for a level 1.
I love what Knight's doing here. He's actually using that Breath of Light to make sure that he could proc a comet on someone in the bush. He could get him to use that. but what that would do is give vision, because he doesn't.
Didn't they let 369 carry their ass? No, I mean 369 like there's only so much he can do. Played the Redacted of the first 2 games. It's not. It didn't look winnable.
Ignite down to the bot side against this. Oh my goodness. So both games so far, first bloods have gone down bot side. Mako gonna burn his flash early, and
Big.
BLG respond with a level.
He got his flash and his barrier, but they did lose Ignite.
This is such bad news for top esports. They went to they were bold. They said, look, we'll block in.
Yeah, Knight just has to walk back mid. He's a little bit late on the wave, so he loses the ability to poke Cream here. But he gains the summoner advantage for his bot lane, so ends up being a positive trade for BLG. Not like Azir can do that much at level 1 to stop Knight. I mean, it's more that like Knight will probably end up having to TP back to lane in unfavorable conditions at a point.
So deadly and pushing in for 3v3s, and it's starting in a horrific way for top esports here in what could be their last game.
They're letting the wave settle here.
Level 2 will be there for Elk and On, so they'll have presence and pressure in the lane. That is where we take a look.
JackeyLove didn't miss that much. This is a really good ward.
Will be on vision.
So Mako went back.
They're trying to make it look like they don't know for sure, but they do.
They know that Tien's here. They are trying to play as the thing is now it's kind of like it's Oscar's night a little bit, right? Because you're sat here thinking, okay, well, we got to act well enough to make sure that they don't know that we know. They back off and they do.
You don't know that I know that you know that I know.
Look, it's a whole thing, you know. It's a whole thing. Information warfare, all of that. But Tien
okay.
is going to be
Tien is still just hovering around. He's starting blue right now. Jun is coming late.
Tien gets a buff steal away.
Tien has no smite right now.
I want to talk a little bit of how these skirmishes can lead out to victories.
Okay, Tien gets it.
Gets it, I believe. No, it actually is Tien. They're gonna get the
they flash on him.
They're moving out.
They know he's just dead. Damn, bro. This might just be a 3-0. Oh. That's a tragedy right there. Mako has no sums. Shun can go and attack bot now. They have to crash this wave. Mako's dead, bro. Mako's dead. Mako is very dead, I think. They think with the wave that it's too big though. Ooh.
Honestly, BLG had an
okay.
there, but they aren't going to go for it. Maybe lacking a little bit of that information against a big wave.
No, they had full information. There's no information that's lacking here. They know that enemy jungler is dead. They just thought that the wave was too big, that maybe Draven ends up like turning it 2v3, which I guess could happen. I guess it's reasonable to assume that. So maybe the wave is just too big. They can just play on it. And because JackeyLove was positioned so far down, like they would have ended up going on to Mako. I mean, I think the question is like, if you do send it on to Mako there somehow, like Q flash or Q from Shun, can they do anything?
Has been a staple, at least of top esports here in recency, obviously since his time on FPX, winning a world championship. But as you said, he's 1-4 in finals.
All right, top lane. Top lane has become just the most unskilled lane in competitive compared to what it used to be.
Enables his play so well, and it's enabling BLG.
Like now it's just all about spamming your spells on the wave and just healing off the wave over and over.
BLG unless your bot lane and your jungler are on the same page at the same time. Of course, Knight even roamed out of mid lane as well.
Rek'Sai and Udyr ruined top lane. Nice, bro. I played top lane for 1 month and I ruined the entire role. Excellent.
So let's talk a little bit about the
On no flash, on no flash. It'd be huge if Draven cashes. Draven's gonna cash here.
Can he cash in? One more, and there he goes. He gets the cash in there, but Elk wants to chase him down. Gets one right back for him, and now it's.
I mean, Mako can't win that, by the way.
Actual ADC, both of them will back away.
He dies for it, but he cashed.
Halo Blades in that bot side. That's how much early damage comes through. It's
Trying to just help him crash this wave. Bin didn't play the lane as well as he could. 369 kind of outlaned him here, considering the early conditions. Has Bin ever won LPL before? Yes. Yes, he has.
Just right behind the play was Tian. Now we get a little bit.
He won with RNG in 2022 spring.
They have a lot of early game onus on them, whereas Tian on the other side, they have that as well.
They do. I mean, we've seen the early game tools being put to bear. What are we going to get the replay? Of course, it's the team. I was like, okay, what are we going towards this time? There's too much. It's, you know, folks, you have 4 Halo Blades in this bot side. The damage comes out in such a quick amount. Then, yeah, it's very easy to give up kills, even if you have been winning just beforehand. It goes into a 1-for-1, though. Kill goes over towards Elk.
2021 spring? No, 2021 spring was when Jahu played top. That's when Cryan won LPL.
Gonna deny that one there. He moved in to try to pressure Tien on that side of the map there. Also have still some push going on bot side. Shoot. Found Tian knowing that he was on this side of the map. He takes the skirmish, does push him out, so they will secure that one scuttle, or at least
and this is the situation that Knight's in because he wasn't able to fully abuse early levels. Because it kind of snowballs, right? Like the way that Aurelion Soul lanes is that you hard trade versus Azir by like Q tapping and stuff. Oh, is On just dead? On is just dead, bro. Damn. Okay, Jackie Love, he's online. You just Q tap and you hard trade level 1 with Aurelion Soul. You snowball that into like skilling W level 2, training again, and then you force Azir's like TP at a really bad timer. And then when you do that, the Azir has like the TB back, you trade him again, then you TB back, and you just keep that level 1 advantage. You just keep on snowballing it through the entire lane phase. But because Knight did the bot lane play, it kind of screwed over top esports bot lane. But I mean they ended up recovering, so didn't end up with like huge results.
We've ever seen. Now, it has been a difficult series for them so far, but at the brink, backs against the wall, Jackalov on his Draven. What a legendary champion and a legendary player of it that has been. Gives top esports a platform, at least.
And we have to applaud Jackie Love. I feel like he has been the strongest ADC over this last year, even with Ruler having so many pop-offs in 2023. Consistently, even with some of those mess-ups in late-game finals, it is Jackie Love who comes up clutch every time.
I think that Jackie Love has been such a big point of this. Junglers fighting over the spot side. Scuttle Dragon not taken early just yet. We've been too focused on fighting. It's about killing those champions rather than dragons. We have ourselves Cream this time. It's in mid lane.
Okay, Jackie Love is under the turret bot. I mean, this is the point in the matchup where the lane becomes much better for Rek'Sai. Yeah, Bin did not end up going for Ignite or Ghost, so he's not going to like scale through this game super well, and he didn't win early game that hard.
But I'm really interested to see what's going to happen when these top laners come into the party as well. Typically, these teams don't focus on top side.
Draven no cleanse? I mean, I don't think Draven can afford to go cleanse in this game, bro. I'll be honest. If he goes cleanse and they don't have heal for lane, and then they're playing a lane like this, and then he's playing versus like Violet, which is not cleansable later on, like, I don't know, bro. You just have to fucking... You have to be willing to just dodge the Vera's ult. Like Aurelion Soul big ult later on is annoying, but I think you just need to take heal barrier. You can't even lane here.
This is a risk.
It looks like he's not even going to go for it there. The Rend too big to contest. BLG take their first dragon. They will make it out of there. We're getting to a point where time is going to be of essence for top esports.
So BLG have themselves again some scaling advantage if they wanted as well. See, Tien's actually going to get spotted out by Knight. Knight's only a half HP, can't realistically take a hard trade, but at least spotting him out. It's a big thing against Tian. Such a force of nature for top esports in their wins.
Good laning from Cream.
He's been held down a lot with Knight.
He abused the level 1 roam from Knight.
From being the difference maker. Top esports
did some work.
And soon also, oh no. I love the observers. The observers is zooming in on the cannon. I love that. But it has really been a good series of play from Shun that has denied one of the best junglers in our league from a lot of these angles he's been looking for. Now
Bin knows that enemy jungler is top. They obviously just saw him on Raptors, so why Bin is playing respectful here. Ults the wave.
Spotted out first by Knight, then
I mean, the question is, can Draven play this game later on? Is it just Aurelion Sol ult on his forehead with a Draven ult and a Vi ult, and he just can't play? I think they're sending it right here. On is gonna, or Elk is gonna start it, and they're gonna Kalista ult him, I guess. Be the plan. Yeah, he can't play. Elk can play. How can play? They've Kalista ult here for Elk. On missed it, bro. He tried his best, man. He's not a Kalista player, but you know, it is what it is. The Kalista ult was also a little early, but whatever, man.
We saw this Vi cup being locked in. We said, look, this is going to be dangerous later into the game.
Look, this is a pick where you're playing it to deny the enemy. You're not playing it because you're an insane Kalista player.
For Elk, this monstrous AD carry that BLG have built up over time is set to take over this game.
And that's what I love.
I mean, it's a good time. It's a good dive timer. Elk and Sean played it perfectly. On kind of griefed a little bit, so Elk lost his flash, but it is what it is, bro. Ben is just dead. Actually, he's pretty tanky, man. He might not be dead. Let's see. Oh, never mind. 369 ended up taking it. It was good.
The juggle is complete. Top Esports with a little bit of an act of their own.
It's something in top side at least. It takes a flash from 369.
Jackie
Side is potentially going to be the answer again. Here comes Shun.
Yeah, he's going over the wall. Does not hit the vault break.
Mako's gonna have to. Oh, Mako has no flash. He's just dead.
Help from Jackie Love on the other side, but just going to give a kill over to Elk.
And it's a clean kill on bot side. You know, top Esports, they show on top side. Tien goes towards top.
Rel R diff.
He gets the gank on top side.
Rel R, man. Shit is like a 5-second CC. GG. Man, now Jackie Love, he looked like he was super rich when he cashed in twice. And then Elk just got like an opportunity out of nowhere. Holy fuck, the damage though.
Contrast to what Jackie Love and Mako have done. They are so good solo that when they came together, it looked so damn strong. But it's On and Elk, when they came together, that their individuality didn't really play, but their togetherness has really paid dividends.
It's crazy that Elk and On just became the best bot lane in the LPL. Like, they were just two players that were considered pretty mediocre at different points. And they just became the best bot lane, like, literally in the world at laning together. They're the best unit bot lane in the world.
I think On as a duo, they have really stepped up to the plate to be worthy of this team.
And I think the biggest thing is the three names that we feel like have stepped up a lot in this one, Shun, Elk, and On. They have never won a championship. This would be the first for them, and they have such a strong performance to kick it off.
And, of course, job's not done. Gold's even.
Job's not done.
Now, the thing is, a lot of that gold is on bot side right now for this Varus. And the poke Varus in this game, I think, is going to have a great job here. I mean, you're not against...
All they had to do was piss stomp T1's bot. They did piss stomp T1's bot. That's crazy.
You can really do well against the Rex.
Oh, when they played at MSI at Worlds, it was a different story.
I really feel like Elk on this poke Varus could end up...
I would have loved to see a best of 5, though, at Worlds. Between BLG and top esports. I feel like Weibo robbed us.
About 4 minutes for Jackie Love.
It's a potential 3v2 in bot side. I was wondering about what could happen there. Of course, the thing is, if you go into the Varus, you have the Kalista to pull them out. It's a very difficult thing playing against the Kalista support as well, because it's one thing...
Are Elk and On better than Vibrant Delight? With how they play, like, bot lanes, for sure, they're much better than Vibrant Delight. Like, Vibrant Delight are just two really good players that are, like, good at different points of the game. But, like, Vibrant Delight in bot lane doesn't have... They don't have, like, the game knowledge, or, like, the lane knowledge, I would say, of Elk and On. Like, Elk and On know how to play matchups very specifically. Like, in order to, like, set up dives and just really maximize the points in the lane where they're stronger. That's what makes Elk and On so special. Like, this, they're two guys that'll whip out, like, Kalista Renata and just, like, smoke you. They'll whip out, like, Varus Ashe, and they'll just make it so you just don't get to play the game because of level 1. When they played the Kalista Camille, they had the same thing going. They can play all the lanes, bro.
That's the thing about these bot lanes. The 2v2 ADCs are
oh, Mako got hit. Oh, they have Kalista ult though.
He's going to use the Fate's Call to get right out of that one. And that's all she wrote about the end game, but now we have Dragon up and ready to go.
Maybe you don't contest this anymore if you're BLG. I don't know, man. Varus, there's no ult on bot lane, no flash on Varus.
Had the better of TM
I think you probably give this, man. I think you give this if you're BLG.
The objectives, he's in there. No, he's not going to get it. He's not going to
just give it, man. Just give it.
Elk and On in a little bit of trouble. Magnus,
oh, they just send it right onto Jackie Love. Okay, Jackie Love's alive. Jackie Love lived.
Shun who has the flash. There's the equalizer.
That equalizer was pretty bad, to be honest. They're just flashing in. They just win it like that? Bro, that looked really sketchy for BLG, bro. That looked really sketchy. I guess JackeyLove just ran too far forward. He lost his entire HP bar. He ran too far forward here into the tri-bush. BLG just snapped his neck.
Big ultimates from them mean that top esports cannot rearrange the fight in their favor. That's a huge moment, an absolutely huge moment. You can see that before this. Again, the ultimates from the bot lane are down. That means that they're not the heroes of this play. And you rightfully think it's top esports. You can look for a big one, but Cream shuffles forward. He has no mobility now. He can't get out of the play. JackeyLove gets absolutely CC'd to death. There is nothing he can do as well.
I mean, the Rumble was like mainly in the bush.
Normally, I wouldn't want a
I mean, I guess it was, it was pretty bad. He could have got a much better one. But I mean, he just came in and tried to insta place it.
I think through all this, I have to continue to highlight Elk. This man is 6-0. He's had a hell of a journey to get to this point. He has been in the league since 2018.
Oh, that guy's dead as hell.
And now we get a fight here over On all by himself.
All right. All right, On is in feeding, nice.
The thing is, though, it feels like a bit of a consolation prize at this point. They've gotten themselves, you know, a couple of odd kills here and there, but it hasn't been decisive. You know, they've gotten themselves the Dragon. That's good. That's a genuine win for them. If they get themselves the Herald, that's big too. In game one, we had Top Esports hitting 9,000 kills as a historical organization within Lpl. We have a lot of milestones here today.
Yeah,
8,000 now hit by BLG as well.
Only their second finals as an organization would be
big for Ben to get first turret here.
It's
overall first turret on the map.
It is the Rift Herald that was
huge
secured by Top Esports, so we'll look where they want to deliver that goal.
So 369 doesn't really even
wait,
feel like
has
he wants to walk up towards
Elk been in LPL since 2018? 2018 or 2019? I remember him in 2019. I don't know about 2018.
On the other side, BLG very aware of how to play their sidelines. Instant ult there, meaning that Knight just clears out the wave. He's fine to go
He
elsewhere.
joined WE officially on the main team, where he wasn't a sub anymore in 2019. Yeah.
BLG last game won in 23 minutes with a scaling composition. Have scaling again. The Rumble is going to be fantastic in teamfight against the backline. Of course, they're Aurelion Sol as well. They don't need to win all of these fights right now. They're just wave clear.
On actually getting a nice engage from Tien. There's the Enchanted Crystal.
All right, On is continually in feeding. Nice.
And that's another death to On.
Okay, there's a couple of ults put in towards that. It's nice goal over. I am wondering whether you're just kind of getting that pick just onto the support is enough for them right now. Again, it's odd kills, but it's not necessarily turning the game. And killing a support is good. It means that you take away some wards, but it's not necessarily the game-changing play that you want. 369 caught out just a little bit.
Oh,
committed.
they're bringing over Elk as well. Equalizer.
I mean, he has flash.
He gets denied. He's gonna have to burn the flash out there.
Oh, JackeyLove got hit.
This like a change of corruption, and the engage is coming through. Look at Ben. He's gonna flash with the flame spitter. JackeyLove gotta get.
Oh my God, bro.
369 is all by himself. One hail of arrows doesn't do it.
Dude, Rek'Sai is such an abomination, man.
As BLG.
Oh.
Ben takes an extra tower shot.
Ben did not need to take that turret shot.
Back from the grave and back ready to fight for Top Esports. Shun gonna go down.
Jesus, dude, Rek'Sai doesn't even have armor here, by the way. He's literally sitting on Bommy, Cinder, Spirit Visage. I mean, he has tabbies, I guess, but he has no armor and he's just taking their whole team. It's so disgusting, man.
That's finally something more of what they needed, rather than the odd kills.
That's definitely going to be a second item spike.
That is just crazy.
Even though Elk is already on that, it's important that this Draven gets any resources possible because he is that bridge damage over to Cream. We did get that Leandri's second item completed for Knight now. We get the engage on
On can ult him here.
Damage. He does.
Does. On is dead again. Bro, On is actually just running it down.
Comes down and another one goes over to
6
top.
deaths in 18 minutes.
Not ready to roll over. They're 0-2 down, but they do not want to see things end here. I think BLG, they've kind of lost control a little bit. They've fallen asleep a little bit at the wheel, and Top Esports are punishing them. You cannot afford to do that against opponents the level of Top Esports. Dragon's up in 30 seconds. I would imagine that Top Esports will get that. They get themselves 2 turrets in one fell swoop. This is a massive phase of play. In the last few minutes, Top Esports mid-game macro has been something they have beaten BLG with before.
And it's some of the best.
I mean, they're just. I mean, this game is advantage Top Esports now. I just think in fights it's really hard when Aurelion Sol has big ult and Rumble has ult. Like, how does JackeyLove live? I think it's good that Cream didn't go the he didn't go the Grasp Azir, Tank Azir build. I like that he went damage. Because JackeyLove is just going to be essentially bait.
Gold in his hands. wouldn't be advised at that point. To teleport in from 369, BLG, they're kind of spectating. Can they catch someone out on the retreats?
Oh, they might actually have an angle here. Does look like things are going to calm down a little bit there in the end, but the dragon was already secured. Now the move in. BLG looking for
Trying to just section them off so they can get mid turret.
Really looking for a fight right now.
And they're also looking to just cut off easy access towards this mid lane. It's going to be a mid lane outer turret falling. That's a big thing. BLG, we talk about how when they take these outer turrets, they just run over the map. It's going to be that mid lane turret falling just now. It's a big moment.
Shouldn't take in a couple of turret shots, you know, no big deal. Make the minions feel better about themselves.
Really just felt like 1v1ing a building.
Ben tried to do that last time and he got killed, so.
Yeah, he did. Occasionally that happens. Folks, leave that to the architects.
I see. Now we have Baron on the table. This is something Top Esports can play around. The sustained damage, not necessarily there, but they have the damage profile. Collector completed for Jackie Love. We'll see topside.
Ben is caught out.
Ben is very dead.
Going to respond to this. Knight could teleport, but I think Ben's just out of position.
Yeah, he's completely out of position. This has been a trouble before, and he's all by himself in a 1v4. As Tien comes over with the Shattering Strike, 369 pays up.
Okay.
Honestly, Top Esports
Ending a bit in side lane.
To them here for just getting these pick after pick after pick, and now with
Oh, Baron start? I like it, bro. Fuck it. Pull the Baron. Let's go. This can be lost, though, from Top Esports pretty easily. They have to be careful of Aurelion Soul.
Moving into pressure Top Esports under the Baron's ire. He's in the pit here now. Tien needs to
that E is so annoying. Oh, Knight got hit.
They got Knight, and the Sky's Descent will come down in the end.
Okay, wait, they're actually doing a lot of damage back, but it looks okay for right now.
They actually take down Tien, and now they get the
oh, Shun?
Shun can't get any more.
Okay, Shun doesn't get anything.
TP. They're gonna move out this time, as that's a big flame spitter.
Bro, they're just okay. They're just forcing them to chain feed. Oh, good ult. Oh my God, Jackie Love is just dying to Baron. What the fuck is happening? Whatever, man. It's just it's LPL finals, bro. It's just LPL finals. They're just LPLing as hard as possible. Game 3, 26 kills. Fuck it, bro.
His name is something. Top Esports around the Baron again show that BLG cannot afford the disrespect.
This is LPL, man.
I really think it's Mako. He's making a lot of the difference here.
He's got fucking 9 bodies on the floor after every fight. Perfect.
BLG scrambling. I think they kind of fell asleep a little bit. They were so in control of this game. Wow. Fantastic play. Arrow out of Fog of War. Knight goes down. Yes, he gets the ultimate. The double knockback.
What happened to Shun's ult here?
Shun back into it means that the damage is still pretty good. But still, the fact that the Assault does not get to play this fight is a big amount of damage missing.
Mako using that piece of terrain to block the Enchanted Crystal Arrow sightline there, and an incredible moment where Knight was ready to put them down into Pound Town, and it's really Top Esports showing a lot of grit here.
The Baron getting involved with things as well. Seriously, though, we haven't had a lot of chance to talk about Cream in the mid lane as well. He walks away with
369 hits those, bro.
I think a lot of people walk away with that, say, oh, he didn't hit the engages, whatever. I think that was on BLG. This game, though, I really does feel like Cream, he's not allowing BLG that same ability to outplay him. He wants to take things into his own hands. 5 and 2, Zhonya's completed. That stasis will be very important.
And again, this is the farthest that Cream has ever made it. He was the OMG prodigy. He was the guy that was dragging OMG's dead body across the finish line so many years ago in his first split.
Oh my God, LPL is so doomed at MSI. I mean, I think LPL is literally going to win MSI, but yeah. I mean, if by doomed you mean like sending one of the definite best 2 teams in the world, yeah. They're really doomed.
He was put on Azir duty. He did some great work on stuff like Karma and Hui as well. Azir in this game at least has been a heck of a string to put on his bow. Top Esports now getting vision control. Sat on pink wards, trying to force BLG to once again disrespect the Ash Arrow.
They really want to get a play with Mako. They're going to force the hand of BLG once again. This is just a play that they can continue returning to. It's like a well. You just drop the bucket down and you come up big.
Yeah, so they need Knight to get his Leandres, and he has to be the one that's killing the Rex. I mean, he should have it now.
Top Esports, it's been working for now. You cannot just expect this to work for forever, though. Your setup still has to be clean.
I would expect that with that back. Okay, Jackie Love didn't actually complete the full item differential in that 3rd item yet, but he's getting to that point. Elk on the other side has completed his 3rd item.
And that's going to be really important. That Edge of Night means you can't just ping him on with a skill shot for free. That Ash Arrow can't be the primary target onto him. You need to use something first. Now, Dragon spawning in 10 seconds. It would be Soul Point for Top Esports. And done a good job of kind of winning over the objectives this time around. Zia turret down in mid lane, vision control.
They're gonna play for.
Top esports, they'll be looking towards a quick dragon take and then go back towards the back.
They're gonna play for like a Baron start here.
Dragon, so means that they'll have to let that one go for free.
And in the last series, these games were
Doesn't look like it. They're gonna play for Aurelion Sol big ult. Looks like.
This series has been much different. We had a very, very close game number 1.
369 is going out to bin.
DS trying to start this reverse.
Oh, he didn't care about Shun at all there, bro.
They won't find anything there. They don't burn any spells.
Went straight on to bin. What the fuck?
See though, the angle from 369 potentially could have been a flash knockup over a wall. See that BLG, they have to be so careful of side lanes now as well. In the previous games, their side laning has been fantastic.
Look at the items on Rek'Sai. What the fuck, man?
One of the defining factors about this team.
Look at the items on Rek'Sai, dude. He's got a Hollow Radiance, a Randuin's, and a Spirit Visage. Can they kill him? They're trying to kill him, bro. What? I mean, okay. I guess they can try to kill him if they want. On is kind of just beating Mako's ass.
Mako's almost dead, but On's getting chased down now by Jackie Love. He's going to try to use his leaps, but there's the flash. Oh, he auto-attacked the ward. Okay, he finally gets the cash in there. Top Esports will take down one of the...
I mean, that's Jackie Love's flash, bro. That's Jackie Love's flash for the, like, the 1 in 7 support or 2 in 7 support. I think that's okay, man.
Again, legendary in his reputation, starting to be a huge threat if you're not landing that equalizer directly onto his head and penning him there. Feels like
all right, they're TPing back.
Fantastic vision control.
I don't even know if this is that good from them. Like, Aurelion Sol still has ult, but I guess it's not big ult, so that's why they want to force it. I mean, they could try to flip it, I guess, with Rel Q Smite.
They are 5,000 away from burning down this one. It looks like we might flip it.
Going over, trying to stop. Oh, good from Cream. Nice. Well played, Cream.
Has that engage,
makes it not a flip. Clean.
And now it's Top Esports moving in like the predators to the prey. The Void Rush comes out for 369. It gets them. And now
369 is still go. Wait, 369 is inting now. 369 inted at the end. Oh, they're still going. Oh, Draven has no flash. Oh, Draven has no flash.
After the fight went their way.
Equalizer's coming up in a few seconds. They're going to try and snipe another kill.
That was a bad equalizer. Could have been way better.
For Jackie Love there anyways. Oh, flash forward. On. He wants it. He wants to make the difference.
Dude, on, bro. Nah, they're just, what the fuck? They ended up acing them there dry. But 369 and Tien and Cream, they shouldn't have went so deep. After they zoned away the jungler, they should have just left. Holy fuck, this was so unnecessary. Such like a useless fight.
You cannot afford to think the fight is over.
Dude, On is just a psychopath, bro. It is what it is. This is the strongest 2 in 7 Kalista support I've ever seen.
Okay, we're starting off with the ability to go into the pit.
Jackie Love, he wasted his flash killing the Kalista. He should have just chunked the Kalista and left. Like, it doesn't matter if the Kalista dies.
I think particularly with
like, this was good. Okay, now leave. They should have just left. 369 tunneling in. This is the issue here.
Gets tagged over and over again. And with this kill here, Asol gets to reset his W as well. The extra mobility at the end of the fight with the teleport, with the reset W, means that BLG can chase down the kills.
And the desk had talked about the unsung current of this team in Knight, our MVP for spring, and the golden left hand of BLG. He is the scaling carry. He is that consistent damage now for them.
He's not necessarily
crazy, bro. Crazy.
Either of the series versus Top Esports, you can never count him out. Those Talir in game 1 was absolutely absurd. And this Asol is getting to the point where it is 3 out of Asol. I mean,
dude, On just mind control Jackie Love. It's true.
Next time he has that big ultimate, which is now, that could be what sees BLG through to their first title.
Bro, On is actually so rich.
We talked so much about it. It's
why does he have so many items?
The goats of our league.
It's actually crazy that he has these items, no?
OMG. We thought so much better.
Man, that wasn't even big ult. So much Stardust from Asol now.
Bring back the reverse sweep, but BLG are rebuffing them at every turn.
Swing and a miss on the arrow towards the bot side. Tien gets chunked out here as well. That's the
no
Vials.
way. He can't get caught. Chains of Corruption there. He's dead. Elk finds him again.
Big, that's bot turret.
It is so
probably mid turret as well. They can probably just leverage it into both. And they deny Soul off this as well. Oh, it's tough.
Getting that map control, which ends games against them. This series means so much to this team. Of course it is first seed from the LPL in terms of MSI. It's a championship as well. But for each of these players' journeys It's
You know, it doesn't
such a
even
big
look like
milestone.
BLG has players that haven't won a championship before, players that are like nervous to win. You know, it feels like they all are playing pretty freely, which is what I respect about BLG. Is like they just play aggressive no matter what. They go out on their swords.
BLG, they have done so much work. These players
That's a beast way to play League of Legends, bro.
Went from a good team to
It's a sick way to play.
Now they have gone from an elite team to maybe the best damn team in the LPL. There's Dragon coming up now. It'll be solved for top esports. The fight isn't done. There is every chance they can fight their way back. They need to find this backline, make them use their tools for less of efficiency than they've done in their previous fights.
This is a soul for top esports. BLG need to deny it. Tien on the other side of the wall, gonna take the Hex Gate.
Hey, Knight has big ult though. I think it's really hard for them to actually kill Knight. Knight needs to ult, bro. He needs to just ult early. He tried to save his ult. He greeted so hard here. I mean, ends up being 1-for-1, but big ult is down. I guess it's fine.
As it's BLG who will not give up the fight so easily. On has that bait's call pulled, not gonna pull Elk into it. But it's
Jackie Love, if he gets near, he just gets like one shot by arrows and stuff. Various arrows and things.
They're all over the place. Dragon's been started up. Top esports, they're walking in blind.
They have the Ren from On. They have the potential. Tien needs to make it happen. He's a world champion for a damn reason. He gets killed. He gets
Yep, they just kill him. Cream is here late. Cream is ult. Cream is ult. Big ult from Cream. He got on. And that's it. Oh, it was flashed by Elk. That's really good from Shun, by the way. Trading his flash with Jackie Love is a really big win.
Mako just about lives. It's not soul for top esports. It's not the
No soul for top esports. BLG will be able to set up towards Drake. They did use Aurelion Soul's huge ult, so that does matter for sure.
Come down on him like a ton of bricks. Tien has not had room to maneuver. He has tried to find these clutch engages. He does get on top of Knight just before that Dragon comes.
How long for Shun's GA?
BLG, they are once again.
Elk just never gets hit by a zero. Yeah, I mean, he flashes it every time perfectly. It's so hard to flash it too.
Oh. He's trying to get the weaker member on that one, you know. But I think the coolest.
Swear to God, Cream has been missing so many fucking zeros. I don't feel like he's missing the ults. Like, I feel like that's like such an unfair way to frame it. Like, Elk is doing what most people can't do, which is actually flashing the ult on time. Like, these are good ults from Cream. Like, this is when he's supposed to be going in, and this is how he's supposed to be ulting.
Shun has actually had his number as well. The great and wonderful thing about LPL is that you can have legendary players from different eras all playing together now. And
like, what do you want him to do, you know?
And some of them, even though they are potentially in the best roles of
like, Elk is just flashing them perfectly every single time, and like most people just don't flash them well.
We've got Cream in the mid lane for top esports in the mix as well. You get this wonderful blend of old and new, and everyone fighting their hearts out. That place in history.
And I love it because for two teams that have literally decided most of their season,
just predict his flash, but he is literally doing the flash before he ults. Like, it's not like Cream is like being greedy with his ult or something. Like, he's flash ulting and Elk is react flashing it. Really hard.
Baron started. We've seen this before. Top esports, they want to burn it. They want to take it. Shun can't get in the pit. The Baron.
Okay, they end up getting Baron for free though. BLG doesn't want to fight without Aurelion Soul ult, and they don't have flashes, so they think it's hard.
It's an important thing for them. I think BLG, after kind of committing towards the bot side of the map for that Dragon, they lost a little bit of control towards the top side. Again, top esports.
I think they feel like they outscale as well.
Ability to move across the map.
They feel like the game extending is not bad for them, so they're willing to give this Baron.
What can they do with this Baron though? To be able to push in safely. They have to do that over.
I don't know if the Baron is like even good here, because look, you have no flash. This is what can happen with Barons. If you get a Baron like this, a lot of times it like gaslights you into believing you can now push, but then you try to siege on the team that's actually stronger than you, and you just die because you have no flash on your Draven.
He has to kick it off.
I think he's got a great angle, right? We've got Hex Gates. That helps you get behind enemy lanes. Yes, you're pushing in towards mid lane here, but look at a couple of these.
It's like really scary to be sieging this. You need like a bunch of fucking wards.
He doesn't have to. There's a chance there. Watch out for that. Top esports, they are, however, getting some big territory gains across the map before BLG find their way to break this push.
They will take the lead in gold. They will take a couple turrets. The tier 2s giving a little bit
Knight has Zanya's now. Or like stopwatch at least.
Baron well. They still have about 2 minutes, and it's a 3,000 Baron power play right now.
And, you know, that golden pocket has led to huge items coming in from the side of top esports. I mean, need we say more about this Draven? He's almost at that full build, Jackie Love on screen.
And it's Jackie Love's Draven, you know.
Yeah, this is how we started it. You know, he was the Draven streamer. He went pro and said, okay, fine, I guess I'll win a world championship. Again,
I'll model a little bit. No big deal. If anybody doesn't know, he's a model. Or at least he was.
I can see it. Jacula throws out a lot of those axes onto the wave. Means that Ben has to use that ultimate in return. Ben's going for this more tanky build on the Rumble, which means he can be a bit more obnoxious in that front line to try and survive with those axes, but see how easy that'll be. At the same top esports with the Baron have managed to safely push him. That was the question. Could they push in, but safely? The answer is for now, yes.
A minute left on the Baron. Oh, engage over here on 369. They have
that even a thing? 369 has flash.
The healing down. 369 gonna burn his
Okay.
flash over the wall. Meanwhile,
They get 369's flash.
Down, so that's
doesn't really do
outer
much.
turrets down for BLG.
So nothing standing outside
Next
the
Drake
base.
fight, I think it's a weird situation for top esports. I think there's an argument you can make to just give this Drake,
Probably should. See if there was any planning
like, not fight this Drake, because this is where BLG is like stronger than you. But then again, if you don't fight this Drake, I don't know where you do fight. There's almost no good spot to fight. It's just like when I'm looking at items right now, you're gonna have GA on Vi. He's basing right now for GA. So you have GA on Vi, GA on Varus, and you're gonna have big ult from Aurelion Sol most likely. He should be able to farm it
Their late game
by then.
decision-making can sometimes feel like a chicken with their head cut off. And I think top esports are definitely want to take advantage of that.
I think on the other side as well, I'd really just say top.
How close is he? I wish we knew how close he was to having a super ult.
Soul potentially for top esports.
Oh, miss there from Elk onto Tien. Pretty big. Oh my god, 2 Banshees broken with 1 Q from Rek'Sai. That's huge. Can they just go for it then?
Does go a bit wide. Mako.
Can they just rush it? I think they can just rush it. I think it's gone.
Is up. This is Soul and a Hex Tech Soul for top esports.
Yeah, you do not want to give that one over. Especially
They gave it. They gave it. They have no way to fight it.
It is going over so quickly though. It's Soul, Baron in the last few minutes.
Big ult from Aurelion Sol now.
The objective game, and BLG are not getting clean fights.
Elk missing that ult was crucial.
Down, and Enchanted Crystal Arrow still very far from going in. Now Shun is in there.
They're just going on to Jacula here.
Equalizer on top. The skies have descended, but can it change for BLG?
I mean, it looks good. It looks good from top esports.
Top esports are fighting tooth and nail. They get on.
Can they end?
Meanwhile, Ben's
Can they end? They can end.
and they're flashing
Holy
forward.
wait. Okay, we got a series. We got a series.
They'll find
God bless, we have a series.
everybody Except for Ben, and they'll shove it right up the gut.
This is not going to be a clean sweep. This will not be.
Damn, they really just wanted to wait for Aurelion Sol's super ult, and they weren't able to get it. Also, Knight just tried to fly in here onto Jacula, and it just didn't work.
Full of terrors, but top esports will light the flame that lights the room, and they move on to the last 2 towers here. They have resurged, the 3 world champions of the experience across the board. We got a series on our hands.
All right. Pretty big, pretty big.
Between these 2 teams, for the most part of that, I thought it was going to be BLG running away with it. Once again, they had themselves great leads, and Elk on the Varus, it felt like it was such a huge thing. Somehow, we have ourselves again another, blue side
Winnable.
victory, important
No
thing, though.
problem.
And BLG still look like they're the better team. They look pretty bad at that comp though. Probably have to go back to things that they yeah.
Really feels like we're starting to brew up something.
Probably have to go back to things that they play more of.
I'm hoping for 5 games, but it was more. There was no way that this was going to go 3-0. With the amount of experience, with the amount of power on the other side, there was still something left in the tank, and I love to see it. We're going to send it away to a little break. We'll see the lounge.
All right, I'm going to use the restroom and get coffee. Dude, I haven't even got my morning coffee because I just sat at my PC and got completely griefed by Riot. Nice. All right, I'm going to play ad right now on Twitch, and then I'll play ad on YouTube. Are we getting an ad on YouTube now? Should be. All right. We're back. Back.
Top Esports rise from the ashes and get themselves the first game on the board. 2-1 this time around, still in favor of BLG, but it means that they're not out just yet. Welcome back to the LPL Spring Finals 2024. I mean, coming into this, we said for Top Esports particularly, this was...
Wait, are you guys getting ads on YouTube when I
that you don't want to go down
put
in
them?
a 3-0 fashion.
Guys?
You also want to give yourself a chance to actually win that trophy.
Wait, I just
Hold
played an ad right now. Did you get
cherish
it?
Celebrate
chat?
it, and they're just one step closer. But even though it didn't look as convincing,
Absolutely. We were talking about, do they bring in the Draven? Do they
Yeah, it
maybe
didn't look
rely on
convincing
the
for sure.
Ashe? Do they play everything all at
Nope.
once and then just play aggro top? And even
Yeah,
though it was
no,
a Rek'Sai
yes.
top,
No, I
369
did
was
not.
playing
I
aggressive,
streamed, so I don't
Cream
know.
was
No,
playing
don't
aggressive,
answer him.
Tian was running into every
Yeah,
single one of them,
get it.
and they picked up the Draven and the Ashe. We had 4
I
AD carries.
stream, no,
we
but I have
did.
premium, no,
and
but I
with
have
that, we
premium.
also
Okay.
only got one MVP though. That's about it. So I'm gonna assume it might potentially.
Yeah, YouTube Premium is really good.
be Jacula, but
I'm not getting
I
him
don't
on
know,
Twitch either.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe I'm right.
That's a good shout for Cream.
Yeah.
Look,
I'm gonna play another one so we don't get one guaranteed during the game on Twitch.
Recently, not
Fine.
so
Okay,
much, but
Grandpa.
all of last year, look,
That came from Mood.
sometimes you saw
This is
some
the ad
great
there,
MVP
alright.
votes. That's what I'm saying.
No, you're not gonna believe this. Okay,
Trying to
so
like
actually
figure
gonna
out if
see
like
MVP.
me playing the ads does anything, because like the options on
Let's
YouTube
go,
are
sir.
that I can play the ads or
Represent.
like
I
they'll
mean,
just play the ads
very
for
well
you
deserved. When we're
by
looking
themselves.
towards that bot lane particularly and the importance of the lane on the game, support comes to mind too. You want that synergy with the jungle, you want the synergy with the mid lane, and that's exactly what we saw.
Skirmished really strongly early on, found loads of good arrows as well. I like this call. I like this call to give over Mako MVP. I think he did deserve it in the end.
You know what? Munch had a fantastic tweet where he said, Jackie Love, the world champion, in Jackie Love fashion, game 1, flashes into a bush, face checks, dies, loses his team the game. Game number 2, Tian engaging in world champion Tian fashion, loses Top Esports the game. He's like, Mako, your turn.
Yeah, whatever.
And he showed
Trying to make it
not in
so
terms of
people
how
are
much
not getting
expected
ads at like bad times, you know?
but to actually support his team. Fantastic performance, I think, from the entire crew. I feel like even though it wasn't the cleanest game, I think they all showed how much they wanted it. If I can take anything out of this game, is the
When you're
passion
AFK,
that
okay,
Esports
nice.
threw into
No, I'm
every
just like trying to make it like, because there's no, the dashboard on
Yeah,
YouTube
more
is
than
dog
anything, I
shit, so
think
it's
they
like
showed
very
this
hard
game,
for
but
me
they're
to
still
tell
in
when
place.
you guys are getting ads or
Game
like
one
what's
was-
happening on the YouTube
well,
stream
game one,
most of the
game two,
time.
They had the options, but they didn't necessarily find the
Yeah.
correct plays. This game, you know, with the abundance of frontline and the abundance of engage tools, you know, through Arrow, through Rek'Sai, through the
Shows
jungle
more
as well,
ads. I mean, I think
they were
that
still
like
able
what
to
I
go
might do is I
toe-to-toe
might
with
start,
BLG,
I
and
might
that
up
was
it
what we
to
were expecting coming into today.
4
After what
minutes
happened in
of
the
ads
AFK
per hour
final.
instead of 3
So
minutes of ads per
now
hour.
Top
But I mean, I think I can just
Esports
play them
hopefully
myself.
feel
Like I
more
just
invigorated.
would
Now it's about, okay,
like I wouldn't
your
actually
adaptation
change it
really
so
will
like
be
we're
BLG,
getting
but
more
seemingly
random
Top
ones from
Esports will
Twitch.
like
Like I would just do it
just
so
because they've dragged on this series.
I just play an
And now
extra
you've also poked the
ad
bear.
once every like
Now
3 games. Like
BLG
once
is
every
like,
3 games, I do a
okay,
double ad when I like
something
stand
in our
up.
draft, something in our gameplay didn't necessarily work, and I really want to focus this time around potentially more on the Aurelion Sol here, because historically it's a pick that you want to play into the Azir. It works out, but it didn't.
Yeah, I think Rookie has showed a great example of how insane Aurelion Sol can be in these fights. They didn't let him breathe. They didn't let Knight breathe at all. Every single time he would step forward, they would just instantly shut him down with the Rek'Sai, with the Ashe arrows you mentioned previously, Jamada. And I feel like Top Esports, again, they threw their bodies into this game because they wanted it so bad. I feel like the goal graph also showed how even this game was. Like, at the end of the day, we were literally preparing for a 3-0, right? We're like,
Yeah.
okay, wrap it up. We're all leaving. And then Top Esports managed to pull it back.
No, we weren't.
Wrap it up. We're all leaving.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I was not trying to get my flight.
All right, man. NBA playoffs and NHL playoffs, man. Life is good. Yeah, no, I'm excited for playoffs. I'm gonna be taking a break from like streaming. Like, I obviously wanted to do LPL finals, and I'll do CBLOL finals.
They can be clinical.
But May is gonna be a huge month for me. Like, obviously we have MSI, but I mean, I'll be able to say this. I'm gonna be doing a intense challenge with another streamer, and that will start in the middle of May. So that will be starting in May, and that will last into like right before all the leagues start officially. So I'll be grinding for a while in May. Be doing MSI, and then I'll also be doing a challenge on top.
Overzealous, and you could even see it in the lead that they got. Right, it wasn't necessarily as clean on the macro department side of things either. Now I think
somebody who I normally don't collab with, so
into this next game in terms
that's why it'll be fun.
Continue to make it messy, right? BLG are one of the few LPL teams alongside JDG, and it's probably
Crazy Jamal in the studio. Where are these folks? The analyst desk is in Dublin.
And they will very quickly.
So the analyst desk is in Dublin, and I believe the casters are casting. I believe they're live. Not sure. Maybe they're also in Dublin. Who knows?
In my opinion, the same kind of mentality.
Maybe everyone's just in Dublin.
Fights constantly, even though it didn't necessarily work every single skirmish in this game. That's what you need to try and do. I feel like.
Was I surprised the Heat won without Jimmy? No, bro. Like the Heat beating the Bulls without Jimmy. I would expect that. I mean, the Heat played a lot of games this year without Jimmy #1, and they normally play pretty well around injuries. Like the Heat are not a team where somebody gets injured and the team becomes like complete dog shit. Like the Celtics, I don't think they're gonna beat the Celtics without Jimmy. I'm not delusional. Like I don't think they're gonna just destroy the Celtics without Jimmy. But I think that they'll be better than people expect. They'll take some games.
The problem remains the same for Top Esports. You're gonna have to play on red side, and only BLG have been able to break the code and get a win on red side. So again, you're gonna have to face all the AD carries that Elk is gonna come at you with. The Lucians, the Viruses, the Callistas.
Jimmy out for a long time. They said it's like probably 2 to 3 weeks. So yeah.
There's so much proactivity.
If they can get to game 6 or game 7, maybe he can come back for that, but he's probably out for the series.
Getting first pick, being able to shape where you want to go for 2-3, and even if you end up being countered sometimes, and even though I said, you know, one of the opening statements I said today was that for Top Esports it'll be the kind of thing where you can seek to benefit a lot from finding a counter on 3, banning away 2 counters to whatever you picked on that 3rd slot, getting 5th pick as well. But Top Esports haven't necessarily utilized that particularly well. Hopefully this game specifically kind of wakes them up to it just a touch, because lane matchup to lane matchup, with the exception of top lane, but it's Rek'Sai, so who cares? They got positive matchups, 1-to-1 in the bottom side of the map and in the mid lane in terms of Azir should be able to get shove, that then sets up for TN to then get free move. All of these things should flow succinctly with one another. They just necessarily didn't in the early stages throughout. It was BLG that obviously took the lead. If they can find that on red side, I think they have a higher opportunity of success, and again, just making sure they maintain some engaged tools.
But you also said that when we're looking at the draft particularly, that's a band-aid for their problem. So as much as you're looking for the picks, you're looking for the bans, you're looking for the proactivity, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's something they could win, because we've seen the second game, we've seen the draft, we've seen, as you already touched upon, DLG coming from that red side and being able to close it out. So yes, to an extent, you want to see a change in draft, but it didn't necessarily translate into a win.
I mean, again, like, draft can only get you so far. It can make your games very easy, or it can make your games very, very difficult. And in the case of BLG, no matter what, as Top Esports, you're going to have to go hand for hand with them eventually, right?
Man's drip is clean. Yep. Jamato looks clean, bro. I like Jamato, man. I think he's really good on broadcast. I think he's knowledgeable about the game. He's somebody who plays the game as well at like a master's level, so
which is 2/3 of the game. So
he puts in time actually like working on his gameplay as well. I think he's a really good addition to broadcast.
I feel like
also, having a British accent is fucking OP when it comes to casting. British and Australian accent, super OP when it comes to casting.
In every single one of these fights, and I'm gonna give huge props to Cream, because we were like, he's been shut down from Night game after game after game, going all the way back, even if you want to regular season, but he stepped the F up on that Azir, and he got his Faker Flays, and he got his Faker ultimates in this game. And in particular, when that bot lane got shut down, when 360 369 couldn't play against the Rumble, it was Cream that stepped up on all those mid-game fights to bring them out of that hole so they can close it out. So huge props to him. We can see that every single one from Tes can step up. Now they just need to get it together.
I'm going to mention it because I mean, Cream has been a bottle job in the past. We all remember
Damn.
the OMG versus EDG series when he was on mid Kai'Sa and he went in. This game was a good first step in showing that he can be present in a finals, but he has to maintain that and he has to make sure that his composure doesn't falter. He doesn't necessarily see his name in the headlines.
Never mind,
and then
fuck
go for
Jamada.
immediate play.
Piece of
He
shit.
has to make sure
Flaming
that he keeps
Cream.
that same level of
I take back everything I said
discipline
about
that,
him.
at the very least, he seemed to find here in this
I take back everything I said.
That's the question. That needs to be
Calling
answered.
Cream a
Top
choker,
Esports
bro. He
Tournament
said he's been an
side,
absolute
or
bottle
against
job,
the BLG
which
bare
means that he's been a
bones.
choker in the
Are they
past
out
because he
for
choked
revenge?
that
Will they close
Kai'Sa
it out
game.
in a 4-1 series, or will we go all the way to Silver Scrapes? Let's find out at the fourth game of the series with Nightmara and Mazel.
Welcome back to the caster desk, everyone, and I couldn't be more excited that we actually get a 4-game series.
Okay, so we talked about like the BLG bear being poked. Do you agree with?
I'm just like the truth. Well, I feel like Cream. We can't say that he's a choker, bro. Considering the teams he was on, like he had a bad moment in a series that they weren't supposed to win in the first place, you know.
When they're hibernating, but they seem to hibernate a little
But like
better
overall,
than
I think that
last game.
I think that Cream's a player that has like outperformed expectations, and I mean, just like losing this final doesn't necessarily mean that he choked or anything, right? Like Top Esports is massive underdogs in my mind. I had 3-1 BLG before the series. That was my official prediction on broadcast, right? So I'm expecting BLG to close it out on this game 4.
And I think the on switch was firmly switched
Let's see.
off. I think the support of BLG on needs to stabilize a little bit more. We're back with BLG on the blue side. We knew that was going to be a likelihood. This time, Top East will stand the Ashe on the red side, and it does mean that once again we're getting these AD carries left up and available. The kill lanes, the Kallistas, the Varuses, and the Lucians.
I want 4 more ADCs, all with Hail Blades again. Let's do it. The biggest thing about this was that
I feel like the ball lanes being so auto first pick in draft is hurting Cream a lot. No, I mean, it's just like Knight is also playing Azir. Like Azir is just having super high prio here. Is it just gonna be a Vi this game? Ashe is banned by Top Esports this game.
Are we sure
Do they
about
take the
this?
Callista
Rogue's
away?
moving over the Callista, which Elk has run the entire league on. I mean, yes, you can then get an AD carry.
I mean, if
out
they
of it
take
a little
Callista
bit later,
with
but
Nautilus
it's
banned,
like, you know, Knight
do we
is
just see
really
BLG go
good
back to
first.
Lucian Nami?
This is not the champion which I want to see Knight on.
That's the
Pulling
question.
over a lot of
Or is there
his
something else they want to run? I mean, they do have the ability to play things like Lulu Aphelios,
because of the global ultimate. The Callista for
but
Jackie Love now, who is
probably won't be
incredible.
played into
I wonder whether BLG needs to consider what's happening.
into Callista. Okay, they go Varus first pick.
Because you have so many strong
Oh,
picks.
Varus Nico. They take away the Nico because they think that that's what Mako is going to end up playing. Okay, Varus Nico.
Which is what BLG were lacking last game.
What is the bot lane pick
Yes, so now you've
for
taken
Mako? They're going to drop bot lane. Pretty risky to drop bot lane here.
support, Nico, is that if you fall behind, you
Okay,
are keep.
but Callista gives you the ability to play a lot of weird supports.
We've been seeing the Callista go towards the Halo
Vi pick is good, I think.
variant as well. It is a poke Callista, so you play from a longer range. That means the Nico has a harder time reaching them. So really need to see how Elkin on play from the laning phase. It's been solid from them so far. And that's Tian who picks up that fire on the other side. They will be trying to go through the hail of arrows and the sand soldiers to try and reach the carries in this game.
So what do we get here?
I think that setup is also
Probably jungle bans. Probably Wukong ban.
most interesting
They did it in the, I mean, Wukong is not good into Thalia, but
right now we're
like
starting off
Wukong is good into Callista and it's good into Vi, so I could see them just banning it
with that Vi
because it was
lock
played in game number
down,
2 by BLG.
So, bot
Camille
side,
support.
a Callista and a Varus, it is always
Rumble is banned already, so they don't need to ban the Rumble support.
Every time there's a kill lane, these junglers go bot
Do they
lane
care
and
about
try and
Renata?
go the best of things. I think that
Because I mean, they do have Nico, which should be good into Renata and lane, but do they care about Renata Callista the combo?
can you remove though? He did this with a Maokai. You don't necessarily need to have the level 3.
I think Wukong ban makes a lot of sense. Yep. There's the Wukong ban.
Like a Shin, so you can do it with something like that too.
We actually get the Wukong. So more
This might be a Renata. This could also just be a Rel, potentially.
Or with that support role, because the Camille.
The Rek'Sai ban.
What do you think it's gonna be?
It's also fine.
Like the Nico top, flex something else into support. I'm not gonna throw too much heresy around that stuff. Needs to stay in.
How are we giving counter pick to 369? Counter pick to 369 would end up being a support pick here. I mean, they know full bot lane.
It all makes sense, all full circle.
Damn. It's just a Rakan? Okay.
It's something which, you know, I think Troubles talks about a lot.
I think they're fine with that.
Very good to have some follow-up. I think sometimes having long range.
All right, Shun, what is the pick?
But a Rakan flying in alongside,
I think we need some meat. We need some meat in this draft. Let's see Shun's meat. Let's fucking go. Show us. What are you made of?
The Renekton is locked in for Ben here, so maybe throwing down the gauntlet to 369 a little bit.
Now Shun, what's he going to go towards? He could have gone towards something potentially like what calls the Poppy's banned out, but you know, you're still looking for something.
Is it a rel, bro?
If you can, it does fit that draft.
Is it really just Lee Sin? Lee Sin looks really hard here, bro. I have Viego's okay. Kindred is not easy. I mean, Kindred is good. Yeah, Kindred is like good up until Kindred is not good. Once everyone has ults and like people are grouped up, this is not an easy Kindred game. What is the 369 pick here? Is it just going to be like Aatrox? Is he going to take the bad end of the matchup but play something that's good for the game? Or does he just play the classic for 369? Does he just play his fucking classic Gragas? All right, I'm down for this game, bro. I like TS's draft more. I think it might be going to 5, bro. I think we might be going to fucking 5.
Legendary. This guy plays it both the AP and the full tank variant as well. You can play a bit of both, with the Rod of Ages kind of being the halfway house. We'll see what build he goes towards, but it doesn't matter what items he has in there. Just his ability to outplay with the CC, to team fight, to lane with this champion is so big. Against Ben's Renekton, that top lane matchup might actually now be quite fun, specifically because of 369.
Big man with the plan, a known Gragas enjoyer, but also just something really important for the spacing of top esports team fight, and that's what I want to talk about next, is how they approach these games.
I think particularly when you've got the big CC of the Rakan.
Doesn't Gragas ult completely counter Kindred ult? Kind of. Like, obviously you can ult people out of the ult, which is huge, but if the Kindred player is good, a lot of times like you would need to ult earlier in the fight. Like, Kindred should not be ulting when Gragas still has ult up. It's up to other people to force it, I guess. Kindred is a hard pick in this game. It is a Shun special, but it is a hard pick.
The coach felt like they had the right plan. They had the way to
huge draft diff. I mean, the way it works here is that BLG has all winning lanes and a winning jungle matchup. I mean, mid is like kind of even. But they have winning lanes and a winning jungle matchup, and Top Esports has a way better team comp.
BLG on the blue side. This is their second finals ever as an organization, and they are still one step away from claiming that Silver Dragon Cup.
It is a daunting task ahead of both of these teams, I suppose, but particularly Top Esports in this game because they have not won on red side versus BLG. That challenge starts now.
Yeah, so BLG has to like use their lane advantage.
Yet again, that have been commonplace so far for these early games.
Well, I'm now wondering, with Kalista making their way towards topside, as a topside invade, are we going to get ourselves a lane?
Who the fuck are these frauds? Where's JDG at? Shut the fuck up.
Well, let's just see how far Jakilov goes, because what you can do is have the top and the jungle stick together. With this, it looks like there was a potential option there, but just look at where Jakilov's going. That'll be the telling sign. BLG, they don't exactly have advanced notice on this. They don't have all of the wards available to it. It looks like we're going towards...
Your support's still good without Kalista. It's good with Varus as well. It can be played with Kalista and Varus. I think it could probably also be played with like Ashe support, or Ashe AD, I mean.
But I think
Ashe AD, Nico support could also work, but Ashe is normally banned because it's a support pick, so you don't get into a situation where you'd be able to play that lane. But yeah, I mean, it's essentially good with poke lanes.
Main character energy last game. And I think for a guy who is in his first split on an organization that has been known the tops for Top Esports, but also with 4 extreme veterans.
PTA on buy is interesting.
Nice to see him pick it up.
The LPL players love PTA on buy. A bunch of them take PTA on buy. It's probably more picked than Conqueror overall. At least recently. Bro, this coffee is hitting different. I'm feeling good.
He's again going for the tank build. When he's been playing at this play, it has been about the tank as it. I think that's important in this game. You have 2 other carries to go towards. You're going to be a bit more of an engaged threat and threatening that backline. Well, maybe someone like Shun or Elk can deal with that extra damage that needs to come out.
The bot lane's still going to be the name of the game, it feels like, between these two. Elk last game went like 10 and something. Ridiculous on the Varus.
Top Esports actually got
for me, it's
2 at a decent timing.
Have some bot side pathing right now for TN. Opposite side for Shun.
That's why it's kind of important that Mako's getting chunked out, because if Mako
Gets Q back up.
HP, they can't go for big plays. Mako hitting
Oh, he's
Qs
getting
though,
poked.
Rakan means that
Good
HP
E from
back a
Elk.
little bit. You need to
Cuts the
really
healing of the
Rakan
Rakan Q.
That's low. You can't really go for bot side plays. Want to flip things up towards the top though. Talked about 369 on Gragas. Again, this guy is a legendary top lane. He can play tanks, he can play bruisers, he can play carries, he can play everything.
Willie Cream starts fucking shit up with his melee mids at MSI. So hype.
All of the above. You could actually do all of those builds there. This champion really.
Yeah, I just hope that they become more viable. Like, especially for both these players, it'd be great. I mean, Knight was known as the best Silas in the world at a point. So, I mean, he's still somebody when Silas comes back into the meta, he's always in the conversation for being the best in the world of that champ. So, it sucks that, like, Azir is so broken that Knight, who doesn't even like playing it, is, like, being forced to play it. Like, Cream and Knight are just not Azir players, but the champion's so broken that they just have to play it. I would like mid lane meta to be more in line. Like, I would like champions to be more in line with each other so that you could play actually what you're good at. Just to be honest, that's how like support feels right now for the most part. Feels like support you can actually play what you're good at. Like, I mean, Ashe gets banned, but like after that, there's a bunch of different takes we have on what the meta is. Like, some bot lanes play like the Lulu, like Lulu Affilio. Some bot lanes like to play Lucian Nami. Some bot lanes prio, you know, Kalista, Draven, all in lanes. Some bot lanes are prioing like Varus, Nico, things like that. I feel like there is some like freedom. When it comes to like mid lane, bro, it is just fucking Azir like every game, bro. It's Azir every game or it's banned. And if it's not Azir, it's Talia. And yeah, like most of the game just revolves around Azir being in meta.
You're not really doing that level 3 dive threat, which
Chovy a Nico player? Yeah, he's a Nico player, but I think that it's probably one of his worst champions. Like, as far as Chovy goes, I mean, Chovy's the fucking best player in the world right now, so him being not good at a champion is different than other people not being good at a champion. I think that, like, if you were to say what Chovy's biggest weakness is, I would say he's, like, not a super creative player. He plays pretty honest League of Legends, so in situations where you need to take a different approach in order to like win a fight or win the game, I feel like he's just not good at that inherently. He's getting I mean, he's gotten better at that over time, but that's just not one of his inherent strengths. Whereas somebody like Caps, like, that is what Caps is. Caps is like the guy that will find a way to win. W ended up landing onto Azir, loses a bunch of health here. Oh, went for the Q flash. Good E from Knight. Went for the Q flash auto, but Knight reacted with E, got the shield.
So he has like just held that shoulder. I was like, I've got a shield from my E. I'm gonna be fine. So he ends up winning that mind game. That's important though, actually, because that's a flash blown before level 6 from Knight. Now Knight can end up losing that shuffle in there. Cream. No, he had a fantastic main character game last game. Now, without a flash coming up against Shun and Knight with their level 6s, particularly for that Azir coming up, big moment for him to now play safe.
And I also think this is a big moment for Cream to start branching out with that Weaver's Wall. He's not going to get that that moment right now when the objectives are being taken out, but that is something to look forward to from Cream, because that is a staple of how top esports can win this one, is the side lane pressure or the block-offs of the Weaver's Wall. Meanwhile, BLG had started up the Dragon and will secure it.
Will do. Jackulov is on a reset, no chance of him walking in towards that play as well. So BLG take the Dragon on a good timing to make sure the Kalista cannot be a part of that fight.
Yeah, Renekton is going to go tank. He's just going to end up doing his Emacs and trying to just nullify the Renekton. I mean, the game is a lot slower right now, which I think is good for I think it's good for top esports, honestly, because they have better comp later on.
369 walks away.
Just using that dominance to make sure it's a strong trade. Yeah.
Tien ended up getting 1 grub. Shun gets grubs, or 2 grubs, and he's gonna get the mark here.
Back of the pit, taking 1, then jumping out. I think as soon as the cask is used on that ground, you think, look, okay, let's not go for it. Renekton is a champion. I know a lot of people have had issues with him over different seasons of League, but particularly, it doesn't matter what season it was. He was always good around playing the 6, 7, 8 minute mark.
What does the lore specify what you drink of liquid Gragas has in his barrels? That was a crazy way to... He's drinking lean, I'm pretty sure. He's just sipping on lean perma.
these guys.
That's how I like to
Oh,
imagine
it's fine. Nobody wants to go into the
Gragas just completely fucking
the croc is.
completely just melting.
Want there to be a document
Perma on lean.
Players is at this point. It's like you try and gank the Renekton. Do you know he's got a £1,000 vote for? And they're like, oh, no, you know, funnily enough, Mazel, I didn't know that. I'm going to leave top lane.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good call. Little things you pick up as a zookeeper here and there, but I do wonder how they can approach that one because 369 on his Gragas.
Oh, does the lore specify? Oh, somebody else typed
in the late game as well.
your comment, but messed up.
Have very weak opening draw muscles, though, so you can hold them shut.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why you can like you see like Steve
wrestling.
Irwin and stuff is like playing with it. Yeah.
So you just need to hold the mouth shut somehow. How does
This
that
final is Rogue K Corp level, bro. You just don't know League, bro. You just don't know game, bro. You don't know ball.
Tie that mouth down, man. Ben is gonna have some fun. I do wonder though, now that we're getting close to those first items, we actually had the stop off for the boots for Jackie Love to get some of that mobility on the hop, skips, and jumps. But now Shun looking for a mark here on the
No,
Tian.
so Tien's just used his smite onto the blue buff, so he can't smite away the Gromp, and that's an ult coming in.
Oh, big.
They're gonna flash. They know he has
He's dead as fuck.
nothing left.
He has to ult here,
And they
maybe.
wanna mark so badly for Shun. He's gonna flash.
He has to
gonna
ult.
get it, and
Doesn't
that's
get it
the
off.
first one and first blood
Jackie
for
Love is in
BLG.
trouble.
Oh no, Jackie Love gonna
Good
flash.
I mean, dude, these AD carries are actually getting so much better at flashing the Azir ults.
Gromp here as well. I'm pretty sure that Shun is just about to get his 4 marks. They're gonna use the Nico clone to cancel the back.
Oh, the piercing arrow doesn't hit, but the hail of arrows does. And out.
Didn't need to heal. I think he was probably fine. Shun gets another mark. Oof. They're really using the lane prio, bro. They're really using the fact that they picked for lanes for their own good.
Very important carries. And Jackie Love on the Callista cannot live under bot lane turret. This could be such a big moment.
And
Do you think he's winning the NBA Finals this year? Bro, I don't know, man. I feel like the Celtics are the best team, but they'll probably choke it.
This Kindred early game as an absolute wrecking ball. As soon as this champion was released, the favorite thing for Kindred to do is
Just kidding, they're losing to my Heat. Round 1.
Fight them. Flashes beyond the grand entrance, blocks out that VIQ, so it means he can't escape. Fantastic use of that summoner spell from Shun to win out on that fight.
God, I'm gonna cry. They haven't even won yet, man.
Yeah, I mean, these AD carries are getting so good at just dodging the Azir ults, man.
Like, how do you do this? The growth from this guy from IG to BLG has been insanity.
And you know, top esports on the other side, you know.
Oh, yeah, of course. I 100% agree with Mazel. Like,
now gonna have to fight against
people call BLG a super team. Like, nowadays I hear people talk about like how the BLG is a super team. This is not a super team, bro. These were players, like this was a team that was supposed to be like the 6th best team in LPL, something like that. Okay, wait, let's see what happens. We get it a Azir ult or a Kindred ult. Knight is just dead. Hey, good play, good comeback play.
It is a kill given over though.
Yeah, I meant Kindred was gonna ult Azir. Said that wrong. Okay. Varus is hitting bot for free though. So they did invest a decent amount. Cream is gonna have to TP bot, I guess.
Oh, that tangle barb was massive, but he still goes down in the end. And it's
Decent play. Top Esports lost a lot for this though. They ended up losing a lot for this bot lane. Like this is, it looks like a really good play, obviously for top, but they lost a ton on the map for what happened. Like they're losing full bot turret. They committed everyone mid lane. Okay, they're TPing onto Elk. Elk has flash. He's fine. He has ult. He could potentially fight this, to be honest. Just knows that other people are coming. He got full gold there, right? It showed full gold. I couldn't see under his name.
While this is happening, so this is an extended cross map for cross map, right? Top users, they go mid, they try and respond to bot lane because Elk is stood there. Let's be careful here now. Does that flash?
Catching one wave before he bases. Elk is super rich, by the way.
On the Varus is enough to give a huge amount of damage, but still, with the extra cross map, BLG are going to get themselves a
full turret and plates.
Top side. So at the grand scheme of things, yes, good kills from top esports.
Because he hit the turret, he had a grub on it.
Stuff like flashes away from Knight, so he's a bit easier to pick off as well. Maybe 369 can use a cast to threaten him in the next fight, but they do lose out on those grubs, so we need to see whether BLG can use that to really.
He walked out of range then. There's, I think, 2,500 range on turret gold. I think so. It's 1,200 for the initial, but when you have like damage on it, it becomes like 2,500 range or something.
So we're starting to get towards those big damage moments, and that means that when you misstep, things are going to go out of hand very, very quickly. One person I really need to highlight in regards to that, On has had great
BLG, but not being a super team. I mean, they just were supposed to be a 5th place team. Like you look at all the players, and the players are just all from teams that were pretty bad. They got On from the Weibo team that was underperforming. They got Elk from Ultra Prime, which was a terrible bottom tier team. Another terrible bottom tier team was IG where Shun was as well. So
For Shun, slowly
yeah.
but surely hitting. I mean, that's insane. You're 12 minutes in and you
Team was
already have
supposed
your first
to
spike.
not
7
be
is the next one.
insane.
You're on
They just ended up being one of the best teams in LPL.
Very important. If you can use it to make it a little harder for
I mean, BLG should not want to like straight up team fight. They want to just play off the fact that they're like that people are stronger individually, play through lanes, and then with the lane pressure, they need to try to find fights that have uneven numbers in their favor.
And you're also going to just get burst out all the same. So Shun's position
Don't randomly beast with everyone.
to be perfect.
That's talking about top esports a
Yeah,
little
he
bit
does.
more. They have so much CC. The coordination and the execution is going to be the
But when is
biggest
CB LOL finals today?
Absolutely. I think that top esports, you know, I think one thing which you can always say about this team is typically that they are
In 4
very
hours. Okay,
coordinated.
nice.
It's another mark, 6
How
on the
does
board.
he do this?
One more mark, he gets that next range increase like you're talking about. Of course, even with that, the damage, the attack speed from your Q, the damage from your W and your E as well goes up. Elk, spots out.
That's a big
Good
play
flash.
right there. Elk
Really
is
good flash.
careful. He does have
369 is in trouble now. He's probably just dead.
They do have
Yeah.
a double marksman up here, and 369. He's going to be rolling some threes here, and he gives over a kill to Elk.
Oh, he almost finds
Elk just knew because of this ward. It was a good flash. He reacted well.
All the same. 4P. Look, he wanted to be the 4P champion. Honestly, it feels like in this game, he's found himself, even on his recognized Gragas, in a bit of an awkward spot.
And the big
Yeah, one of these guys is just a
from the last time we saw
3-peat or a 4-peat
Griffin
champion.
2TN, he didn't even have 4 marks by like 20-something minutes. This is a resurgence in a style on the blue side that BLG are comfortable with.
Okay, so this
They
is
have moved their
Cream
pressure to top
TPing.
side, and they're trying to take another outer turret.
Again, at least getting that teleport out. You have the 5 grubs, makes it so threatening to go on these towers. And again, if there is one part of the game which you need to be afraid of against BLG, it's when they get all of those outer turrets.
369 rolling threes? Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say so.
He is not off right now. He is on a double Tangle Barb there, as well as the Pop Blossom, but they do save Knight.
Bro, that's what the ult is
He'll have
called?
his,
Tangle Barb?
I mean, this is the
I never hear it called that.
You don't exactly have the one-shot potential of a mid lane one towards your first item, but still, just that. This is a big thing which
I had no idea that that's what
carry a court. He just throws himself at the enemy team and says,
why
"Okay,
not?
let's go for it." I like to call it a full
Pop
contact
Blossom, right?
flash.
Oh, he's the Tangle Barb is the E.
Everyone just flies in to make something happen.
I never hear it calling that, bro. I never hear it called that.
Harold started up towards that top side.
Tangle Barb. That makes sense.
369 and Bin, if they want to influence proceedings. BLG, they could respond if they want.
All right. I mean, BLG got the early game lead that they should be getting.
But they actually do
Ooh, they're not giving this for free either.
Knight's gonna join the Rift
Or are
Herald,
they?
already gone, picked up by Mako.
Okay.
TP now.
They're keeping behind with Bin.
On the top side here.
That's good
Just
enough.
get a bunch of summoner spells
Probably
first
play
by
towards
both
Drake here in 130. That'll be the play.
Around the Herald, you sat there like, if you look out to your right, you'll see the Herald being killed. They don't do anything.
Who
They
has
don't
5
accept
championships?
the steal, but still,
Yeah, it makes
sadly for
sense.
them,
I can see it.
teleports down just after they've blown creams. I thought that they could use that global advantage better, but sadly can't quite do that. Top esports.
You got what, like 3 with
doing a
Mako?
really good job
2 before
on the
that?
objectives. That's how
That
they
makes
beat
sense.
BLG last game, realistically. They just ended up having much better setup around the objectives when things got a little bit
Yeah, Knight has... Wait, how many championships does Knight have?
Now we get to a point
This would be his
where
4th championship overall, right?
from another dragon. It is a Mountain Soul this time around.
Yeah, it should be his 4th champion overall.
With that. But we're in more of an even state of those objectives than we have been in the entire
369
season. So you
has
expect
4
those
himself.
objectives to be contested on rotation.
Wait. Yeah, 369 has 1 more than Knight.
These objectives then. We can see that Shun is down towards this bot side, at least getting some vision.
Bro, you know what I liked? As somebody who loves basketball, I liked watching 369. There was a documentary where 369 and Knight, this is when they were playing on different teams, when Top Esports, where, I mean, this is when Knight was on Top Esports and 369 was on JDG, and they were talking about how they're like Kobe and Shaq stacking championships. Like, obviously 369 is the bigger guy, so they're like comparing him to Shaq. And then Knight was like, yeah, but remember, Kobe got 1 more championship than Shaq. I thought that was sick. I like my goats talking basketball.
Support, it's squishy, but you still have the CC and you got a decent amount of damage. Herald put down as a counterweight in mid lane. Fush is in that mid lane. Makes it harder for BLG to get into River.
He also has the flash engage. Find a big Pop Blossom, makes the difference. Now we have a mark over on Cream. The rest of the team coming in. Dragon started. Bin on the side. He will not be spotted. He has a full-on flank. Cream has his.
Okay. Ult from Cream. This is like a fight that BLG has a HP advantage and stuff. Or like, oh my god, that pop awesome. Huge. Knight got canceled. Knight got canceled by 369. 369 canceled Knight here. Bin is trying to do the most to just buy space, but it's hard for them to fight. Like, you can already see why Top Esports has a team comp advantage. That was with a 4-man ult from On. 4-man ult, it's still hard for BLG to fight.
And Cien goes down. Sadly for them, it will mean they give up a dragon, they give up a kill, and BLG, despite the fact that they didn't have the prime setup, just hit their skill shots and win the fight. It's going to be 5 grubs now used with, you know, triple range characters onto this mid lane out of turret.
Yeah, they're playing for early game, bro.
Huge moment here.
Big momentum. 4,000 gold in the lead now for BLG. It had been 2,000 since 8 minutes. We take a look back.
So this Weaver's Wall's too early, basically. It comes down just as the Varus ult hits. You're not in position to smite for that dragon as well. And as it comes
4-man from On. Knight is trying to follow it up. He ends up, wait, what did he end up getting hit by? Was that rocks? Holy fuck, never mind. 369, that was before 369 canceled him. Yeah, Knight kind of like, yeah, kind of griefed, I guess. Gonna go Zanya's. He's gonna be playing to shuffle, be like secondary engage on the team. It's weird, right? Because like Azir, you think of it differently than it is. Like, it's still in draft when I see an Azir, I don't think of it as like an engage champ, but it really just is a tank engage champ now. Like an off-tank engage champ.
They were not good individually. They had some good moments, but together they are literally.
It's like similar to how AP Gragas used to function, like the off-tank AP Gragas top lane. Like, that's how you kind of have to think about it.
Systems in place to help them play like that. They know that when they go in,
Varus is a problem. Yeah, I mean, Varus is a problem, but it's not like the easiest Varus game known to man.
As aggressively as humanly possible. It's all playing towards every.
Always knew that this Knight guy is a fraud. Yeah, he's a fraud.
This game are so, once again,
MSI champion, about to be a 4-time LPL champion, and a contender to win another MSI, and potentially Worlds.
And now we actually have full item spikes.
He's a fraud though.
As a second item has come across.
Just like Chovy, right? Chovy and Knight are frauds, even though they're 2 of the 3 best players in the world, probably.
Jackie Love on this cluster. Again, we said it was going to be harder to team fight on the on-hit Varus. Not the Varus, the on-hit. I mean, technically that could go. It's the Lpl Temple. Here comes Elk.
Okay. What is the return going to look like, though? Oh, they just go on to Jackie Love. Jackie Love is just dead here. Good ult, too. They went too deep for this. 369 has no flash. There's no way they can get on him, though. They're going to start Baron off this, I think. They have enough of it, an HP advantage for it. Kindred could actually do it here. They have damage with Kindred Azir. Oh, that's just Baron for BLG. Bin is just going to go heal off the... I mean, Shun has ult here. I think BLG should be comfortable fighting this. Might need to ult, though. Shun is just going off, bro. Shun is just going off. He doesn't care. Okay. All right. They stop it. Like, Top Esports, it wasn't that easy for Top Esports to stop this. I think that BLG could have played it differently. They could have potentially stayed on it and, like, played to just Kindred ult themselves, because there wasn't much damage from Top Esports here at all. They have almost no damage here.
What happens here in terms of the all-in, though? It's a half-health Tian here. Does he end up getting his spell shield blown? It's the Pierce. Jackie Love ends up.
But, I mean, he can even smite it off when you Vi-ult. Like, doesn't matter too much. Jackie Love is no sums. Just gets one shot here. Ends up being a good ulti from Jackie Love, though. Good Kalista ult on the Rakan, or Rakan just dies in that combo as well. So, okay. BLG's got a 4K gold lead, but Top Esports still has the better comp.
We are going to have a little bit of that damage potential, even if Top Esports are down 4,000 gold.
When you've got, you know, Renekton, Dash Champion, Kindred, Dash Champion, you've got the Azir as well. There are, I know even the Protobelt, technically, from as well as a Dash. This Talia, even if they don't hit the combo, can just deny a lot of angles for these champions to get themselves really clean team fights, which means that BLG, they need to choose their angles well. If If they do, they might just walk away with a third win. They might just walk away with their first championship as an organization. We have to go back to that, folks. This is
I
the
beg
first
to
season of
disagree.
MSI
Paze
in
is criminally
World
underrated
Championship. So
and
many
has been
players,
for a
so
long
many
time.
legendary players.
I've been watching every single one of his games, and the guy is clean. His laning is on point, has great synergy with his support, and buys space so well. It is just unfortunate that he didn't show up in the finals, where I do agree that he has not had the best performance. But are we going to ignore all of his previous performances because of one series? It's actually like the opposite, though. I get it's a copy pasta, but like it's actually the opposite of that, where Paze had like pretty bad series before finals, and his finals he like stepped up a bit, but he still just has issues with how he like plays lane, and he's just not like a big factor in a lot of games. On is looking for a turbo flank. He has flash. On has flash this time. They're gonna probably just drop a big turret here. Chun has no flash. He's gonna look to steal over the wall, it looks like. Chun is stealing this over the wall. He's going in. He's got it. Oh, he didn't get it. I thought he was comboing it with Elk. Oh, Bin is going in. Cream is dead. Oh, big ult. They're gonna get run down here, I think. Ends up being Renekton dying, but on the other side of things, you have Talia dying for it as well. Jackie Love has no sums. He's gonna get ran down.
My goodness, BLG are chasing.
Ah, it's just a tank Azir in your face.
They're gonna even pop the pop blossom because
They flash for this because they want to get get these kills quickly so that they're able to Baron off of it. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be able to happen. Bin has TP. I mean, they're gonna try to turn this into a Baron. They feel like they need to get Baron off this play to make it worth. Oh my God, he just predicted it and missed. He just predicted where the guy would be. I mean, if Tien steals this, he's a fucking goat, bro. Shun has ult. Oh, they're getting off of it. Okay, so they didn't get Baron, and Drake goes to top esports, and they used like On's flash, which was pretty big. Jackie Love is no flash here though as well, so it's tough. Oh, good Versalt.
Look at Mako tanking those turret shots. Oh, not gonna go down. The rocks are not enough.
Knight was thinking about like just drifting in there. Oh, 1 HP. Bin is not dying here, right? No way. He has Sterex. We're like On in this series. He's so fucking good. He's so good like all the time, bro. Like On has been insane.
Go into that mess and just say, look, we have a lot of veterans. We know our macro's clean. We have ourselves some really good globals and long-range engage tools. Let's see if we can fight our way through the mess.
And that's the beauty.
I got to do a whole MSI video, I think.
The last 5-10 minutes on, they are literally roaming around the map together, trying to find these picks as best as possible.
Particularly if you're out of position, there's a vial.
I'm really hyped for MSI, man. I think it's gonna be a great tournament. I'm like starting to get more like after I've seen the format of MSI one time and how sick it was last year. It's starting to get to the point where like I am getting more hyped for MSI than Worlds just purely off format diff.
A little bit more sharp than BLG in the mess.
Yeah, the mid game has been their bread and butter. They have had
like, and it's so interesting to talk about this MSI because like you have a bunch of distinct styles from the top teams.
Oh, it's BLG and JDG again in the finals, but top esports took them down. They've taken everything that was given to them. And now they need to take one more to bring it to Silver Scrapes.
On top esports, this is a team which a lot of people know over history from the LPL because
now the format's even better this year, bro. Like MSI was already the best format when it like better format than Worlds. It was already significantly better format than Worlds, and then they just made it even better because now they made it so you can't end up with the Civil Wars. So they're making it so you play on opposite sides, which is sick.
Still not necessarily out of this game.
3 world champions. The veterancy abounds for top esports as Shun has a little bit of trouble getting that blue buff.
So a quick check in there as well. Somewhere amongst the mess, Shun on 7 marks. Second range increase. He's getting towards those 3 items as well. He is going to hit like a truck. It is going to be
no Civil War. Yeah, so they make it so that the regions are going to be in opposite sides. Yeah. MSI playing draw is today.
Moving around to try to catch out Knight on
Is it? Well, I guess I guess it could be today because CB LOL will just end up being a It'll just end up being the same seed no matter what. So yeah, I think it's right after this.
starting to fog of war. Cream starting to put out some big damage too.
Do you think that's better? It's a bit of a competitive integrity issue now. No, why would it be competitive integrity? They still are going to compete against each other later on in the tournament, but it's just that the early part of the tournament, like the first best of fives, they're going to make sure that LPL and LCK don't play against each other if both teams make it in. Where's MSI this year? It's in China.
No real vision from top esports towards the bot side. I think there were 1 or 2 blue wards which are currently being covered by the portraits of Talia and Vi. Use the word for a bit. Now BLG pushing up that mid lane. They got themselves a lot of items. I think particularly with the Azir getting to the point they have a lot of armor in inventory as well, with the Frozen Heart, with the Zhonya's. I wonder how Knight can be a more engaged factor as well at some point.
To me, it feels like this fight, even though it's not for a soul, it's not for any lasting impact, it feels like we're on the precipice of the game deciding.
Hello, Dominic. Hello, Special Nikki. Thank you for the sub.
Get the flash out. That's big.
Big thing. Again, one of the big.
You're not going to China?
We fight to remove
Nope.
tools.
Not going to China.
To remove things like these flash and these ultimates. However, with them committing towards bot side, top esports start up the Baron.
They already do, and they will immediately pull back off of it. They just wanted to get BLG's attention.
Yeah, second seeds of LPL and LCK are in play-ins. Makes no sense, man. Like, do we really need to see like top like T1 world champions are gonna be playing in fucking play-ins versus like VCS one team, which is like full band players for match fixing? Excellent, man. Great. Yeah, top esports ended up giving Drake here. Are trying to get vision around the Baron. Knight really wants to push one more wave. He's gonna buy a Negatron. Like, so Knight just wants to get a Negatron before the next fight. So then he's just like a super tank. They're trying to break his neck though.
So we talked about the pick potential for top esports.
He ends up giving the wave. These are they're missing.
But we have 3 item spikes for both Knight and
Obviously, On is pretending to be Kindred here. Good flank angle from Knight. Knight has a flank. They're on to Jackulov. Jackulov is one shot. Oh my god, this is gonna end the game. Holy. They turned Knight's positioning where he was like potentially gonna get caught against top esports. Damn. Nah, BLG is too good for top esports. Top esports tried, but BLG is just the best team in LPL. So this is actually really like smart how they played this. They knew Knight was sectioned off, but they turned this into like a Knight flank because Knight is actually a super tank here. So him walking into the jungle, like he feels like they can't one-shot him. So if they are camping for him, he thinks his team will be able to get there on time.
Denied as the Baron goes over. Now Bin finds the angle over here on the TN. He might still
just let him live, bro. Let my goat live.
They move to top side.
BLG versus Gen G final would be so fucking cool. Dude, this is like, this might be the most hype interregional matchup I've ever had, like going into a tournament. Just when you think about how BLG plays and how Gen G play, the fact that they have such opposite styles, like not only are both teams good as fuck, right? Like both teams are just the 2 best teams in the world, but the styles are so drastically different that I think that the matchup would just be so fun to watch because something has to break, you know? Like Gen G is not going to be able to play their like passive early style because BLG will be diving them early. And on the other side of things, if BLG make macro mistakes mid-game, which they sometimes do, Gen G is just going to absolutely run them. Such a fucking good matchup, bro.
It turned into something else and something truly legendary as well. This guy has been such a warrior, such a bodyguard for this team. He has not been the main character in this series. But
why aren't we mentioning the NA and EU teams? I just forgot about them. My bad. I forgot they existed. Oh, we just got TN just got scooped in. Oh, they're gonna lose their base here, dude. First championship, dude. Like Jun, Elk, and On. It feels like these guys have been really insane for a while. This is their first championship, bro. They've never won anything before. Nah, they deserve it, bro. They're the best.
BLG lost in their only other finals. It was last spring against JDG 3-1. There is no longer any nightmare for them in front of them. They've taken down JDG for the first time in 2 years. They have taken top esports down a peg, and now they're on the cusp.
Top esports, they are scrambling. Can they wave clear in time? How far is this going to be pushed by BLG? It's 2 inhibitors. They're sticking around. They have the 5 grubs. They are looking to go a little
They
further.
want it. They want it so bad, Nightmara. They want to finish the game right now. One Nexus turret goes down. The BLG, all they need are a couple more structures. And they
Bro,
are
please give me just
champions.
BLG Genji best of 5. Like, I just need it, bro.
Last gasp effort. Can Top Esports, the might
I'm fiending
go
for it, bro.
down?
I'm
They are
obsessed with it.
done As they lose their main engage.
It's one thing. Have they managed to survive? Is the blood enough to buy space?
369 has like, I mean, he has to go for it, right?
BLG, they've done it. They got one.
Game's
They got
over.
two.
It's a
They
wrap.
are on the cusp, and they've done it. They are on the road, and they make
First
it to
championship
silver,
for the
and
boys.
Dragon Cup will go
On
their way
Elk and
for
Shun,
the
first championship.
time in BLG's
Let's
history.
fucking go,
They
boys.
are champions.
That's a squad right there. Second championship only for Bin as well, bro. It's only Bin's second championship. This guy has been one of the best top laners in the world for 4 years now. First championship. Crazy, bro. So hype.
It has been well earned. It has been hard fought. And I am so excited to see how much further this team can go.
Not only do they bring in Knight,
Knight stays winning.
only do they
What a beast.
find strength in their early games, they have done a double record-breaking split in summer and spring. Now they return, and for the first time in the organization's history, but also for Shun, Elk, and On, it is their first title and much deserved.
Knight completes himself in his own way as well. A three-peat of LPL. Very rare to find these occurrences. Very rare to find a team like this in BLG.
And Billy Gaming, for the first time, will lift the Silver Dragon Cup. Chengdu, beware! Huge congratulations to the team. Huge congratulations to them.
Damn, they won. I mean, they deserved it, bro. They were just the best team in LPL. 15-1 regular season. Only one series lost to IG the entire time. They lost one series to IG. Besides for that, they haven't lost a series.
There's one thing you can take away from this team. Is
They
just
improved. They had like a little rut that they hit where they weren't playing that well when Karma
have never won a title before. They're coming in technically like as a, not rookies necessarily, but in terms
is competition. At the end of the day, you have to show up when it matters, and they showed up on just about every other day. But when it came to finals, push came to shove. For the title, for all the marbles, they didn't.
Yeah, I feel like the upper bracket finals really showed what top esports can bring and how far they can pressure BLG. However, it just wasn't the case today, and in the case of TN, he just adds another second medal in his inventory, I guess.
Yeah, and with the medal
$2
ceremony taking
million
place as well, they're further solidifying their names in history, really, when we're looking at the LPL. In whether it's in regards
what is
to
that?
the organization getting their LPL title,
2
or some of
million
these players getting their first
yen
titles,
to dollars.
some of them getting multiple titles under their
Wait,
belts.
is that
it's solidifying a legacy, it's solidifying their history and their mark on the LPL.
Wait, what is the currency?
Until the end of time.
Yeah, they've finally
Chinese
been able to start
yuan.
a legacy, right? It was a legacy for most of this BLG roster.
Not yen, yuan.
Second places. Knight
That's
came in for
281K.
Yagao.
Okay, not bad.
It was a move that people were
They made
strangely
like
divided
50K
on. They
each.
couldn't make their mind
Cool.
up because Knight had such a poor performance at Worlds, right? Throughout
But it's also what both
2023.
players bring,
But
right?
it's about, exactly, it's about what these players simultaneously bring, and the differences in play between Yagao's typically a lot more facilitative style compared to Knight, who can play that but likes to be more proactive on some of the carries as well, has changed BLG for the better.
Yeah, Bin, as being highlighted, one of the key pieces of the roster, but every single one, as we've already touched upon, of these players have had their series, they've had their moments, they've had their highlight reel play.
All right, when is the play and draw? I mean, the play and draw, it really doesn't matter, does it? Like, who gives a fuck about the draw?
The international stage.
Yeah, and I know you normally are able to say this about
I mean, really,
all of the best
pretty much
teams
there's
as
only
well,
one part that
but
matters.
Truly,
Which second seed
BLG
from
is a
NA
team that has a threat
or
in
EU
every
gets PSG
single
in their group?
position.
That's what you're
Top
looking for.
through support. It
Because that
doesn't
team
matter
could
who.
beat
If they
Fnatic and
wanna
it could
make a
beat
game plan around
FlyQuest.
the player, they'll do it.
So whatever
Might I
group
say,
gets
I'm just
that,
gonna make a very bold statement here.
they're gonna
Elk
have
looks
like
the
an advantage for sure.
best AD carry worldwide. The performances on Lucian, on Kalista, on Varus, the different playstyles that we've highlighted, playing for the late
didn't have a
game,
bad world
playing
just
the
because of
Senna
one series
for
where
more
they- but I
scaling
mean,
into the late
Knight's
game
like,
teamfights, his
because
spacing,
Faker had a
his
really good
positioning,
series, it doesn't
his
necessarily
flanking,
mean
the
that
way
Knight had a
they
bad
play
series because
dives
Faker had a good
through the
series.
bot lane with Shun and
Like,
On.
it's like in finals,
It's
right?
a bold statement, but I feel like
Chovy had a really insane
currently
series.
he does look like
in
a contender
finals.
for best AD carry.
Faker didn't have a bad series
That's
on the
something
other
that we're
side
gonna
of things.
find
Like, just
out.
because
just
Chovy played insanely well
Prized.
in the finals of LCK doesn't mean Faker
I
played poorly.
believe the,
English is really difficult.
the MVP, yeah.
It just is what it is.
He got the series MVP. It came up on the top of the screen there. As yeah, we get confirmation in our ears as well. It is
also
Elk.
finals
Yeah.
MVP. And that's again another
Finals
title
MVP
that
for Elk,
Elk
okay.
can add to his title collection, which he now has.
Garia, the best AD carry in T1, is shaking right now.
But again,
Garia, the
really
best
well
AD
deserved.
carry in
Elk has been a
T1.
player that
Bro, you know who
I've
the
had my
best
eyes
AD
on
carry
for
in
a very
T1
long
is?
time, even
It's
before he
actually
made it to this
Zeus.
BLG roster. He looked so promising, made it over, and just immediately something just snapped in Elk, and he really has taken it to the next level for a really long time. For the last
I
year
never
and a
thought
half,
that Elk
he's
would
been
become this
in
guy.
Ruler's Shadow
I never thought
to a
like.
point, but now
I mean, I could
it
see
seems
Shun
like
being
with
better for sure.
JDG's
I could see
small
Shun being on
downfall,
a top team.
Elk
But I
finally
didn't think
has
that
his
Elk
place
or
in
On
the
would
lineup.
ever hit these heights. I thought that Elk
that's
might
something
not
that
even be in LPL.
As incredible
after
as it is in
summer
front of tens of
2022.
thousands of fans
I
in
think
a
that
live arena,
when you go
and we're
3
not
and
even gonna
13
talk about the people
or whatever
watching at
Ultra
home,
Prime went, when you're the
it's
80
still
carry of a 3 and
something
13 team, a lot of
surreal,
times it's
and this
fucking
is
back to LDL for
the
you.
regional
You have to
part.
work your way
This
back
is
up.
LPL. This is without taking
Like
into
Elk's trajectory was like he was good in WE, then he was pretty dog
MSI
shit in
and
Ultra
the
Prime.
craziness of internationals and the pressure that comes
crazy
with
you got
it,
a
and
shot like this.
That opportunity and that ability to go toe to toe, head to head with the other.
I think Elk is the best AD carry in the world. I don't know if he's the best
offer
AD carry in the
when it
world. I think
comes to League
I
of
think that
Legends.
Elk and On are
Here's
the
the
best
cool
bot
part,
lane in the
right?
world. That's what I would
Every
say.
single region.
Like,
in
I
the
could see
calendar
Viper
champion
being the
developed,
best
we are
AD
the
carry
best in the
over
world.
Elk,
We
but
can prove
Viper
that
just
we
doesn't
can
have
get
that
MSI,
synergy
we
with
can
his
beat
support
any team.
that Elk
It has
does.
been a
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like they've been playing together for a long time. They've been playing together for a year and a half now, and it looks like they've been playing together for a year and a half.
So much experience behind a lot of the players with these trophies moving into these internationals. However, I feel like this time the LPL, and very traditionally the LPL over in spring, the 56% record in winning MSI and showing up like this in the finals with a very, very convincing victory from the side of BLG. I think they've got huge chances into literally going into this competition.
And it will be on home soil, so that adds a little bit of extra spice to the competition even
fans?
further.
Yep, more fans, and we've seen what home crowd advantages look like, especially in the East, in China, in South Korea. When you have these, it's hard to really call them derbies. When you have these
On became so
rivalries
good.
played
Oh
out,
my, yeah, of course, bro.
you
Like,
see
I think
it
On
when it's
is.
when it's
I
in
think
South
On
Korea.
is the
Korean
best support
fans,
in the
they
world.
will-
It's either him or
they will
Delight
keep
for
it
me.
silent when it's
When
time
I
to-
think
to
of the
bring on
best supports in the
Chinese
world,
fans,
it's either
and
On or
vice
Delight.
versa. They really do act as a sixth man on the Rift.
I think
inside
Delight
of
is
those
much better
arenas,
than
so
Carrier.
it
I
is
think
a
Delight is
subtle
much better
advantage
than
that I'm
Lehens
sure
as well.
BLG,
His team is just worse.
And of course, Top Esports will be happy to try and abuse, and it will bring all the more pride, all the more.
You remember
know,
On first
want,
Thresh
hunger,
play on
desire
Suning?
to
Iconic play, of
perform
course,
at
bro.
this international.
Most mentally ill thing we've
So
ever seen.
does lifting the trophy. You've lifted the regional one. There's one more left up for grabs by the end of the month, and then it's summer. It's on their way. But that's a hunger that is an amount of success and a hunger that you've now tasted as BLG particularly, where you're like, okay, this is what it's like to win. This is what it's like to not be number 2. This is what number 1 spot feels like, and that is fuel to the fire heading into MSI, because realistically the way that they've shown up today, I think scary doesn't even go to describe what they're looking like going into MSI.
BLG, as we said, have tried for years. They've brought players back from retirement to try and make
I think
it work.
BLG. I would agree with that. I would
And
say
they've
BLG
always
is like the
been
most
second
scary
best.
team.
They had a huge record.
It's either BLG or T1.
15
Those are the
and
2
1.
like scary teams at
They couldn't
MSI.
just make it through. JDG
Like I
was
don't
the
like
block
Gen
for
G
them.
is not
Another
a scary
record
team.
this
Gen G
year
is
in
more like a
spring
team where
split.
it's like,
They
all
break
right,
the
you know
previous
what's
one from
fucking
last
coming.
year.
Like you better show up and play well. If you
Finally,
don't
not
play
only
well,
they
they're gonna
managed to go
just
past
they're just gonna beat
JDG,
you straight
but
up.
They take it all the way to the finish line.
But they
and
don't play like an
whatever you do,
intimidating style of
they
League of
do
Legends. The way like
damn
T1, the way that
scary.
BLG play, like the
just
up
feels
in
so
your
hard
face,
to
like we are going to like
really
dive you.
gauge
When
in
T1's
some
at their
ways,
best,
though,
they play
how
similar to BLG.
Teams will always
They just
match
haven't been
up
at their
when it
best
comes to
recently.
internationals,
Yeah.
right? I think the thing that always comes with these discussions is there's so much differences in play style. There's so much differences in the level of competitiveness inside of the region. I think it's why the LPL is often going into
Gonna do some
internationals.
soul captures. Oh no, I'm gonna take a break and then do CB LOL later.
The wrong word, but
Because
sometimes
we've got another
feared,
best
right,
of
is
5 to
probably
do.
the better way to put it, because the top end of the LPL is so damn aggressive, right?
Oh, I can tell.
Oftentimes than not, you can shift around the top. Normally, first place.
Oh my God.
is the best, but like naturally, but second through fourth.
His
you can
mic
shift around
actually,
in almost
like,
any
broke,
order,
so he
and
has to
any
hold
given
it
day
to his
they'll beat each
neck.
other. The LCK, it feels like sometimes you have your very defined first place, second place, third.
He handled it well,
let's-
like a pro.
Let's hold our horses a little, because we're talking about MSI, we're talking about international titles, but let's take a trip down memory lane, because if you have the memory of a goldfish, Zoomer brain, then you might have forgotten what had happened this series. I don't really know why you would, but either way, I think we need to highlight exactly how BLG won this and the dominant fashion in which they were able to do so, because yes, one game might not have gone in their way, but every single curveball that Top Esports threw their way, BLG found an answer.
Death.
I like On
Taxes,
just flashing the BLG emote
Shun,
as they
bot
are
lane
killing them.
dives to get Elk and on
That is the classic
ahead. I
BLG
think
play.
It was what solidified series
That's
number
actually
one
such a sick
in the
time
upper
to
bracket
like
final, and
do
I
the
feel like it
emote
was what also
to do your
solidified
team emote
this
when you
particular
do like
series
your
number
team's
two.
classic dive.
No, absolutely. Playing through the
Like
bottom
that
lane,
is BLG, right?
It was very, very important this series.
Wave
and it was
crash,
one of the
like
main
winning
things that we
bot lane
highlighted
combo,
coming into
wave
today.
crash into dive.
When push comes to shove at the top end of the table,
Hey, that is
oftentimes
BLG,
and
bro.
not, it's just about.
She looks insane.
It is about, you know, who can work their AD carries in a more, you know, focused way. Who's, you know, utilizing the tools that they've got to supplement their AD carry the best, set them up for front to back team fights, set them up for dives efficiently. And throughout this series, it was BLG. We saw that one game on Draven where Jackie Love, yes, was, you know, set pretty far ahead, but even then there were moments like this in this B-roll where he was still put down by BLG, right? So yeah, again, the bottom laners that we have here, incredible.
I'm honestly in awe in ways that they execute these bot lane dives. A lot of the team fights looked scary.
Yeah, their bot lane
They
dives
looked
are just
messy.
world class.
You
I
saw
mean,
stopwatches
they're
going
just-
down, Tam Kench's
yeah,
eating
they're just the
another
peak.
target. It felt so well played and coordinated from the side of BLG. It's almost scary how to the point you see these teams, because I feel like in general, they were the better team overall.
Yeah.
Shun not only flexed his carries, but he also flexed his facilitators. He also flexed his bruisers.
Do we
Knight
actually
was
wait
like,
for the
"My
draw
job
show?
here is not to be
Does the draw
flashy.
show actually
My job
matter to
here is
anyone?
not to allow Cream to play the game." He did not. Bot lane absolute.
Because I feel like the draw show is literally just what
They played
team
the
gets,
side lanes. They
like,
played the vision,
what
control.
second
They played
seed
the
gets
team fights
PSG. There's
perfectly.
nothing else that's
The only
interesting
game
about the
that they
draw
were
show.
sleeping on was when
Just
top
like, does
esports
PSG
actually
go versus
pressured
Fnatic,
them
or does
to
PSG
the
go
T,
versus,
and it felt like they fell a little bit short in terms
versus,
of draft as well. So I would say that was
FlyQuest.
an oopsie. Overall, draft's great, gameplay great, side lanes great, team fights great.
BLG great.
BLG great.
You know, like that's the thing when we're looking at BLG, particularly in this series. And so far, overall, their entire performance on the LPL, we've seen them in the upper bracket final as well, is they have a plan and they stick to it. And you can try and change it up a little bit, and you can try and make an adaptation yourself, but they are ready for those adaptations, and they're ready to still stick to their guns and play it out how they see they want to play the game. And this time particularly, just through bot lane.
Yeah, through bot lane. I mean, it's the age-old tactic, right? It's play through bot, get mid priority,
Still
bring
need to
4
buff
people
the
down to the
role.
bottom side. No, they don't.
He has to hold his mic because
Like,
his mic is fucked.
Look, you're gonna get
So he's
me on
trying to
a
make it look
LPL
like
finals
he's,
after the
dude. He
championship.
actually
I'm not
changed
gonna-
his
I'm not gonna
his
debate,
position
but,
to make it
yeah,
look more
it is one of
natural.
those things where
Jamada,
coordinated,
bro, I respect it, bro. I see
incorporated
it.
play
I know what's going on, but I
an
respect
incredibly
it.
Powerful role. Elk was able to demonstrate it time and time again. BLG were able to demonstrate it as a whole, as a team, as a unit. As we get a look one last time at the PGB from that fourth and
But
final game.
I want to highlight Cream here as well, particularly because Cream is a player that, you know, coming into the series, not a player who has had
Yeah, bro, I'm
that
just
international
chilling, bro.
experience,
This is
who's
just
had
how
the
I
titles, who's had the fame,
normally
who's had the
stream.
glory, but yes,
This is normally how I
was
talk.
maybe not given the opportunity to actually play. But you're up against Knight, and Knight had his number, yet still doing most
Jamada,
damage
the professional.
on his team as the mid laner, trying as hard as possible to set everyone else up for success. That's something to be proud of.
This guy came in as like the melee assassin guy, the Akali Silas guy. In this, well, before this
Someone say
series
Silas?
rather, his karma, his way, he actually sided towards these champions. He was willing to be one Azir. He was actually very confident into his development in playing the control mages. And his way and karma up to that series was 100% win rate over 7 games throughout the entirety of Spring Split. So when we're talking development and him evolving as a player,
Yeah, he developed super well.
absolutely done
I
this.
agree.
The last 2 games,
Cream,
he stood up to Knight.
people were worried about
He
Cream in this
carried
lineup. They're like,
top
dude, he's
esports
not gonna be able to
through a
play his
bad
champs. He's gonna
early
actually have
game
to
and
play like
terrible skirmishing in game
the way
number
that his
3,
team
all the way
wants
to
him to play. He's gonna
victory,
have to
and
be a
his early game, the
standard
last game
control mage
also
mid
looked
laner.
phenomenal. So I feel like
But he showed that he can do that
he
too,
shouldn't
bro.
be
He's just
hard
one
on
of the best
himself
mids in
whatsoever.
LPL
He
now.
came in as the only person with no international experience in top esports, with no regional titles, and yet I feel like he did the team proud.
Yeah, I think he proved himself tonight, Cream. I think, sure.
Tonight?
Yeah, you can argue he.
It's like the
Tonight.
middle of the day.
Anyway, did a great job at, you know, showing that he can be top of the table mid laner, and he has been throughout the year. But this series, I think game 3, game 4, he proved that he can, at the very least, stand amongst the best. And now
Absolutely.
he's gonna get to go to MSI.
And stand among the best
Yeah.
internationally.
Get to play against Chovy, get to play against Faker,
Against Caps.
against Caps, of course, Humanoid. and whoever they have over in NA.
Oh no!
I'm joking. I love it.
Listen. You want to repeat
love the
that?
shade. I
You
love
want to
the
say that
shade.
louder for the people in the back?
I said I love NA.
Love the shade.
Okay. I mean, listen. At least, you know, they made it to quarterfinals in World. Either way. But you know what? LPL makes it to the finals. And that's something to look forward to, because usually they do at international events. So it's going to be interesting to see whether it's going to be BLG, whether it's going to be top esports, whether LPL does make it to the finals. But at the end of the day, the track record that they have, the hand diff that
cue
they
the
have,
draw
the
show.
macro diff that they have, the team play, everyone being
I don't
on the
got
same
all day,
page,
bro.
and
I'm
if
a busy
someone
man.
gets caught, the whole team just throwing their entire bodies into it and deciding this is a team fight that we are going to take and we will play this to the best of our ability. That is something that makes them scary. It makes them, to an extent, unpredictable. And most importantly, it makes it very difficult for you to slow them down once they get an advantage on you early.
There was a particular game with JDG, and it was Hagao getting caught on a side lane. Kanavi jumped in, kicked everyone away from the follow-up, and then that was the game that turned the series around from JDG and pulled that victory for themselves. So I feel like there's
That was
always
against
been...
top esports last week.
Absolutely, and I think it brings out the question of bad calls or good calls. If teams are on the same page, it does not matter, because not second guessing on that split second is what makes a good team to a great team.
It's true.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you, Jamada.
Jamada finally agreeing.
What more to say? I mean,
Yeah.
but that is also, I think, like the lifeblood of the LPL,
Yeah.
right? No matter what team you look at, very often hesitation isn't really in their vocabulary. They all throw themselves at plays, and I think the best of the teams here in the league, BLG, top esports included, is they understand the discipline side of it when it makes the most sense.
Yep.
And that's what separates the great from the good.
Yeah, and they have a couple of weeks until MSI starts. Well, a couple of weeks is a bit of a
Bro.
overstatement. But
All right,
still,
I'm
like,
giving
they
it,
have some
like,
time
I'm
for
giving it
MSI
3
to
more
start,
minutes.
and they have
I'm giving it
top
3 more
esports
minutes.
Particularly having time to go back and look at what went right when they played against BLG in those top bracket final. Look at what went right in game 3, particularly against BLG. Something to learn from, but also in terms of maybe what didn't go their way against from the side of top esports. I mean, we touched up on drafts, we touched up on red side, we touched up on the need to bring creativity to these series. And that's something that we've seen glimpses of, but not necessarily come to fruition to the extent that they would have hoped for.
I'm still surprised we didn't see any lane swaps out
I was
of them
about
today.
to say, they looked scared to do that.
Yeah, they did look a little bit stressed to do it, and I think that's something that I wouldn't say necessarily would have caught BLG completely off guard. They would have been ready for it. I'm sure they would have had some sort of plan. But the fact that they didn't necessarily go for it, I think it was, it was either game 2. I think it was game 2 they could have gone for a lane swap, and at least as far as the draft is concerned, they did not. And yeah, with that in mind, they just kind of folded over in that game. So yeah, I think top esports will still be happy. I think realistically, to close out, it's just about, again,
Bro, I need a better
finding
fucking camera.
consistent,
How do I get a
easier
new
ways to
camera?
play
I
the
need
game.
to
If you're
get
feeling
a
unsure of
professional
yourself when you come
streaming
into a
camera. I think
series,
it's about time. I've
that's
only
what
been
it
a
felt
streamer
like in
for
game
like
1.
8 years.
And then game 2,
think it's time we actually get a good camera.
Gameplay wise, it still felt like that, and it was only in game 3 where they really took a waking up stance of that style of play overall.
And I don't want this particular final to take away from what top esports has offered to the LPL, has offered to, internationals, unless you don't want to remember because you're from EU like us.
Yep.
I'm talking about 2019. Some players are in this roster right now. However, top esports, they have such good qualities. I think particularly in that series, versus BLG, the top bracket final, they showed what they can do when they play for that bot side. I felt like they were kind of traumatized by a lot of the dives that didn't go their way. However, that was their win condition, playing through JackeyLove, getting JackeyLove and Mako ahead. Mako has been playing this game for 10 years. International titles, domestic titles. He is one of the GOATs when it comes to the game and to the support role. JackeyLove, also a bunch of titles on his side. This is a world
we call it?
champ class.
It's starting?
bot lane.
Okay.
And I felt that when top esports managed to get them ahead, the rest of the map was very able to stabilize on their own. However, I just didn't see this today, and I know we touched on Tian earlier on. I just don't think it was his day. It feels like in terms of pathing, the creative one that we've highlighted, it wasn't there. Not many aggressive dives towards the bot side of the map. I just feel like it was, unfortunately, an off day for TN, and that translated to how the team played overall.
And that's okay. Sometimes we have those kind of days, and luckily tournaments take a longer time. And you know, again, yes, it's about showing up on the day, but it's also about learning and adapting as things go wrong. And that's something that we've seen Top Esports is able of, and we've also seen what they can do. As you touched upon, they have so many formidable players on their rosters. Every single one of them, they have some great approaches to the game that they can
Starting on Billy already.
explore,
Can we go Billy then? All right, let's see. Oh my god, I gotta turn on my dark reader. All right, there we go. It's probably the draw show, right? Oh my god, why is it just off on everything? I'm gonna have to do it again. What's going on? What is going on? Can't even find it. I think we just go back to Twitch. I don't know. Billy's just not working for me. GG.
You will have these hyper-aggressive top laners that will literally
Yeah,
just
I clicked
pin you
link.
down
I don't know.
lane,
I'm getting
and then
this.
You'll just never recover. You will never be able to come back up from
I don't know
there.
why.
And I feel like it has been a mission for the West to try and
I have
find
to
these
figure
kind
out
of
how to
top
make
laners
Billy work
that will
again. I'm
play a
not
lot
sure what
more
it is. It's
aggressively.
making it
We
not
have
work.
seen great glimpses of that coming from Broken Blade, sorry, as you mentioned, Ginny. And I feel like going into these internationals, this is a matchup that I would love to watch again.
Yeah, and before we dive deeper into that, we're gonna be heading over to a break because we will be back afterwards with the MSI Draw Show of 2024. I know you guys are dying to see who's gonna be matched up against who, so make sure that you stick around because we'll be back shortly with the Draw Show.
I pressed wrong page. I mean, I'm pressing what you guys are linking, and I'm also just finding it how I normally. I mean, I don't speak Chinese, right? So I can't figure out any other way to do it. I think it probably has something to do with, like, I've been having like problems with my dark reader for some reason. My dark reader is making it so like Twitch streams are not viewable. Super weird. There's no way it's a 50-minute break, bro.
Dark clouds move closer, but with a deeper sweat. Oh, beneath them we look on. When they part comes the hatred they bring.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix this. Like, it literally just shows up as this. Like, it won't show the stream for me.
Come so far, another step to rid the pain. Go and be counted till your last day. 'Cause only nightmares break.
Somebody else have it? Maybe I can
they would need to evolve faster and surprise everyone, even themselves. It's time to become the unknown. Here's what you need to know. This year, MSI will host 12 teams. LCK, LPL, LEC, and LCS will send 2 teams, while LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and VCS will send 1 team.
It's crazy that PCS, like, it's crazy that LLA gets a spot when LLA has been a horrible region for the longest time, but PCS takes spots from LJL now. Like, LJL has outperformed LLA over the course of the wild card. Doesn't really make sense to me.
Keeping last year's format of featuring
like there's 3 regions competing in PCS now.
2 double elimination stages, playing stage and bracket stage, continuing the success of last year's tournament and keeping the stakes high for every single match.
Yep.
R7 will survive the storm that was GAM.
Play-ins will kick off with the 2nd seed from LCK, LPL, LEC, and LCS, as well as the top seed from LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and VCS, being drawn into 2 best-of-3 double elimination brackets.
Okay.
The winners and runners-up of each bracket.
Wait. We have to look at this. Okay. So the winners
will advance to the next stage to join the top seeded teams from the LCK up into 2 brackets will advance.
So it doesn't cross at all? So there's no cross. So it literally just matters about if you get... So you want PSG to be in the opposite group then, because there's no cross this time. So you only play within your group. So the team who gets PSG in their group will be fucked, essentially. No?
To the next stage.
But why not?
The winners and runners up of each.
Isn't this showing that?
Each bracket will advance to the next stage.
Wait, what? Why do you not want PSG in your? Why do you not want PSG to be in the other group? Because people were saying no.
To join the top seeded teams from the LCK, LPL,
You said no to crossovers?
LEC, and LCS elimination bracket, culminating in the grand final on May 19th to determine the MSI 2024 champion title. You can watch all of the action May 1st for watch rewards in your region.
Okay, nice. So it is literally just, if you get PSG in your group, you're probably fucked. I mean, I wouldn't say you're fucked, but it's like you actually have a hard best of 5. Because before it was that you wanted the team to be in the other group, but I guess it doesn't matter now.
欢迎来到2024英雄联盟季中冠军赛抽签仪式的现场，我是今天的主持人熙然。今年的英雄联盟季中冠军赛将会于5月1日至5月19日在中国成都举办，来自全球的12支顶尖强队将会齐聚成都金融城演艺中心，进行今年首次的全球赛事亮相。而在今天的抽签仪式上，我们将为5月1日至5月5日的入围赛阶段进行比赛抽签。在正式的抽签之前，让我们通过一则视频来了解一下本次英雄联盟季中冠军赛的比赛规则。
All right, give us the draw. Please just give us the draw. That's all I'm asking for.
Here we come. MSI is back with an updated format. 12 teams will compete their way through 2 rounds of double elimination battles, and the stakes have never been higher. For the first time, the winning team will secure a spot at Worlds 2024, adding a slot to its region's count. While the second best placed region will add a slot to its own count. To succeed, they will need to evolve faster and surprise everyone, even themselves. It's time to become the unknown. Here's what you need to know. This year, MSI will host 12 teams. LCK, LPL, LEC, and LCS will send 2 teams, while LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and VCS will send 1 team. We're keeping last year's format of featuring 2 double elimination stages, playing stage and bracket stage, continuing the success of last year's tournament and keeping the stakes high for every single match.
R7 will survive the storm that was GAM.
Play-ins will kick off with the second seed from LCK, LPL, LEC, and LCS, as well as the top seed from LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and VCS, being drawn into 2 best-of-3 double elimination brackets. The winners and runners-up of each bracket will advance to the next stage to join the top-seeded teams from the LCK, LPL, LEC, and LCS, and will then be drawn into 4 matches to kick off a single best-of-5 double elimination bracket, culminating in the Grand Final on May 19th to determine the MSI 2024 champion title. You can watch all of the action.
Nice. So we get the explainer right now that I literally just watched. Excellent.
Be sure to log in to collect drops and be eligible for watch rewards in your region.
在了解完本次季中冠军赛的规则之后，让我们抽出本次的抽签仪式嘉宾。他曾获得2017年 LPL 春季赛冠军，并于同年前往巴西代表 LPL 参与了季中冠军赛。有请苏汉伟、西叶。
Okay, tier 1, let's see it.
欢迎西叶。各位玩家们可以看到，我们面前有4个不同的台子。 每一个则代表着不同的种子池，而每一个不同的种子池里有着不同的2支队伍。其中，第1种子池包括来自 LPL 的 Top Esports， 以及来自 LCK 的 T1。2号种子池包括来自 LEC 的
GA also known
来自 LCS 的 FlyQuest
as Bjergsen's father.
包括来自 PCS 的 PSG Talent。 以及来自
This guy fathered Bjergsen
4号种子池包括来自
internationally.
LLA 的
Holy fuck!
以及来自 CBLOL 的冠军队伍。由于该赛区的决赛尚未进行 ，Loud 以及 Pain Gaming 之间的胜者队伍将会代表 CBLOL 前往成都参与本届 MSI。在每一个种子池中，第1个被抽到的队伍将会进入到 A 组，而第2支被抽到的队伍则会进入到 B 组。请各位玩家注意。 接下来的抽签顺序并不代表 MSI 入围赛的赛程顺序，赛程将会在后续再行公布。我们本次的抽签将会从4号种子池开始，第4种子池中包括来自 LLA 的 Astral Esports 以及 CBLOL 的 Loud 或者 Pain Gaming， 请西叶率先抽出第1支队伍。
because they don't know who's going.
将会在当地时间4月20号进行，对战的双方为 Loud 以及 Pain Gaming， 而其中的胜者将会来到成都参加今年的 MSI。
I think it will be Loud. I have Loud winning CBLOL. I got a Loud 3-1.
在更换了一名主力队员后，他们继续向着4连冠发起冲击。PNG 作为联赛中有着最大的粉丝群体的队伍，他们自2022年以来从未缺席 CBLOL 比赛，并有机会在3年后再一次参加
Wiser.
赛事。
FlyQuest got PSG. Oh shit. Bro, NA always gets fucked.
FlyQuest 将进入 A 组。
Oh, FlyQuest might not make it out of play-ins, bro.
春季赛中 FlyQuest
Nah, that's crazy.
强队的身份击败了各路强敌，获得了本次 MSI 的参赛资格。尽管他们在决赛中失利，但这支战队仍然极具威胁性。与他的前队友 Core JJ 和 Impact 一样 ，Fly 的中单 Jensen 自2019年以来将首次重返 MSI。这支由年轻选手和传奇选手所组成的队伍，正渴望着在成都证明自己是 LCS 中最出色的队伍。
Okay. So that's it.
西叶抽出第3支进入 B 组的队伍。
I chose Inspired to not go vegan against PSG. Hope not, man. If you can't beat PSG, maybe the team shouldn't even be at MSI.
将进入 B 组。
I mean, sure. I think the question would be, it's like, can Fnatic also beat them? Like, I don't know. I feel like PSG. It depends. Like, maybe they're like slight underdogs against both. But it's way easier when you consider like the other option, right? The other option is a VCS. Like, I think VCS might be the worst region here, and they're a pool 3 seed. Literally over half the league was banned for match fixing, or is under investigation for match fixing. So one side, you're getting a CBLOL team and a GAM team. I mean, I think the CBLOL team is better than the LLA team at least. So at least you have that. Like CBLOL versus Fnatic could actually end up being something. Oh, 1T.
来自 LCK 的 T1 将进入 A 组。
All right, T1 also on the side
LCK 的赛区
of
从季后赛的下半区中脱颖而出
FlyQuest,
历史性的第七
PSG
次进入 MSI
and Astral Esports.
T1 去年在本土赢得了召唤师奖杯，结束了他们的国际赛事冠军荒。但他们最近3次的 MSI 之旅都以失败告终。在成都 ，T1 的目标是开创全球性赛事霸主的新纪元。他们要努力捧起自2017年在决赛中击败 G2 后的第1座 MSI 奖杯。
Big. T1 versus Astral, man. That is so fucked
接下
up,
来
man.
请西叶抽出最后一支进入 B 组的队伍。来自 LPL 的 Top Esports 将会进入 B 组。
Top Esports. All right, that's it for the draw show.
Top Esports
Okay, guys.
追逐往日的荣光了。而在最近几年中
Top Esports on the other side of things versus Fnatic. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for right now. We've got one more stream before I go on break until MSI. I will be creating video content. So I will be doing the Shy video. It's coming out, and an MSI preview. We'll be doing that in like the next 10 days. But besides for that, the only thing we'll be doing is CB LOL, and we'll be taking a break before we get into things for MSI, and then we'll be going hard for all of MSI. So thanks for watching. I will see you guys in a couple hours for CB LOL if you're interested in that. If not, I'll see you for MSI. Peace.